Hello, hello, are we live? Came in a little bit late there, sorry. I just posted the stream notification to Instagram because I forgot to do that earlier. Yep, pretty stupid, all things considered. But you know, that's just how it is sometimes. And you know how it is, it's how it is and does. Everyone breathe out. I want you to relax. Do some stretches, maybe some yoga. That's what I was doing just a minute ago. I was just ready. Get the aches, kinks out your muscles and your bones. Hello. Hey, man.
Are you in the middle of something?
Yeah, I'm kind of doing the last stream of the year. What's?
Oh, how much longer have you got?
I don't know. 3 hours?
Oh my god. You started already?
I just started, yeah.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
You had to earlier, but you'll have to wait now till tomorrow. Okay.
Till to next year, yeah.
Well,
Thanks.
last bit of the year, that's great.
That's not actually the title, whatever. Okay, as I was saying, guys, Get all distractions out of your minds. Alright. I want to just take it back for a second. I want everyone to relax because it is the very end of 2021. We are on the final day. In my time zone, at least. It will vary depending on time zone. But in my time zone, we are just 8 hours away from the end of the year. And I want to take some time, as I've done previously and is now tradition, to reflect on previous streams and everything that we've done with Mr. Matt and the YouTube channel in this year and everything relevant to it. How are we doing in chat? I can see Nubit, I can see Platty, I can see SPL. Yeah. Hello DJ. Hello Livy. Hello Ethan. Hello Circus. Thomas even. Can I use your real name? Is that okay? Squidward Gamer. Squidward Gamer. Okay. And yeah, time zones will vary. For some of you, the end of the year will be a bit further away. For some of you, the year might have already ended. You might already be in 2022. Be a very calm, very reflective music. It is one of the Minecraft 1.18 soundtracks. Oh, Karen at work. That sucks. But yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine that's not fun. Hello, Bubby, as well. We haven't just... That's not very good, but like... So now I want to chill out and relax, alright? We've got all the time in the world, alright? We've got all the time we need. Man. You see, I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to stand still. I like to make myself busy. And even when I'm like relaxing, being lazy, doing nothing but playing games, watching videos and eating chocolate, and I should be totally blissed out, I actually don't feel that good. And that's what the holidays have been like since Christmas for me, because I don't know if this is just because of how I am as an adult now, but this year, like, I really feel bad about just like, I want to tidy up my room. It's an utter mess right now. It's the messiest my room has been in years, ever. You know, I want to, you know, do something productive. I want to go, like, prepare more streams and make more teasers and go job hunting and you know, all kinds of stuff. But just relevant to the channel, of course, for the stream. The January hiatus is another tradition we always have. I always go on hiatus. No streams in January. None. There were exceptions to that previously. Just because I had stuff left over. I want to try and actually enforce it as like a proper tradition. You know, there's so much to talk about. I don't know where to start. I'm sorry if the stream ends up being literally long and rambly. I'll try and do a summary at the end of the relevant stuff. But the truth is, I've not come into this with anything planned. The last 2 years, I had lots and lots of planned things to say. Like, I had a list of notes, things I want to talk about. This year, I have nothing. I have no notes, no plans. This is purely just me from the heart, so I'll probably forget something. And the music is still, honestly, too loud. I'm just going to turn it down for both of us. There we go. But yeah, so... hopefully 2022 will be a better year. Well, I've been saying that for a few years now. I don't think it's going to be, but one can hope. Alright, there's a few things to talk about. I'm trying to think of what to start with. And I'll tell you what, maybe this year could be better because... well, first of all, I mean, there's today's charity shout-out. I don't really want to shout out a specific charity this time. It's the end of the year. I just want to say, support the future. Support the future. I'll talk about that later. Support the future. That's today's. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, guys, because I want to talk about all kinds of things. I think New Year's resolutions would be an interesting thing to talk about. You know, maybe, maybe some, like, you know, I want to do some self-reflection. All right, listen up. As I said in the description, this channel in 2021, it has been a long year. Not entirely sure what characterized it. I remember 2020 being like a long, stormy, and frightful night. But all I'm getting from 2021 is a blurry, overcast day. What happened this year? Why did it feel like multiple years in one? What did we really achieve here with the Mr. Matt YouTube? And where are we now? How are things going forward? I've got so many questions and so little time. When I made this thumbnail, I looked at the previous 2 years, and in fact, I think it's what would be really relevant right now is to go to the studio and pick up the playlist, because we are entering the 3rd year of Mr. Matt. This channel is going to be 3 years old next year. This channel started in February of 2019. 1, 2, yeah, 3. This channel's going to be 3 years old in February 2022. Which is going to be quite a milestone. My last channel didn't make it to 3 years. It got to about 3 years and then it died. So I'm hoping this one doesn't have the same fate. But look at the old thumbnails I did for the 2019 and 2020 ones. The 2019, you know, yearly reflection was highlighted really by being, this is the start of a fun new project, and I've achieved so much. I've met all these people, and I've experienced all these games, I've made all these memories. It was really, like, just about the positives and the kind of, childish, naive drive to, you know, create, really, you know, kickstarting the whole thing. In 2019, you know, we had the beginning of, all the, well, the mine streamers and, all of these games. You can see what started here, you know, certain brands, you know, certain people I met, certain events. I try to keep it really focused. 2020 was a whole mess. 2020 was a year, well, full of regret. It wasn't a net loss in terms of my personal life and the YouTube channel creativity, but the year sucked for a lot of reasons. Nothing which I am going to keep secret, but like there were some non-YouTube related things which really fucked this year up for me. It wasn't the only thing. But yeah, 2020 was awful for so many reasons. It was the worst year we've had in a while. But I wanted to have a good sit back, looking back at everything, a good Platty, fuck off. I'm in the middle of my stream, please. Fuck off. Thanks. What? I mean, that's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. Is Platty watching? Nice effect. Nice effect. Thanks. Okay. But yeah, the, oh, fuck. I forgot what I was saying. This is what this whole year has been. Distractions after distraction. It's just been so distracting. Oh my god, please. Please, not now. Oh no, Carl, not you too! Oh my god, okay, thanks. Just give him a thumbs up. Oh, look at the Steam thumbs up, well, that's cool. Oh my god. You guys are trolling me. You guys are absolutely trolling me. Thank you, okay. Right, that's what I wanted to do. Should probably shut down Discord as well, but I'm don't disturb. But look, the point is, 2020 was, you know, there was some good, some bad, important, unimportant, but the year was a whole mess, and you can see how busy this thumbnail got with all the different games we played, all the different social media stuff I tried doing. I don't think there was a single year of, you know, the H2O productions or, you know, the Mind streamers, but I guess that's what the last 2 years were, because although some things have remained consistent, looking at this thumbnail, I mean, it's not filling the screen anymore, so let's get a good look at it up here. I decided that this time I was going to... The fucking bugs again. The bugs are always here. God, I'm so stressed out. Oh, this year's stressed me out so much. Just shut. Stop. I'm trying to do my thing here. Why is it so hard to do anything? Okay. As I was saying... I'm just gonna let you guys do this. I need to get rid of this bug. This is what this year has been like for me. I decided that this time I was gonna deliberately make this thumbnail terrible. I was gonna overstuff it with way too much shit. Because this is what this year's like. It's just a fog. I can't remember anything. And yet I'm remembering so many things. It's got so much stuff, it's just become meaningless. And I've also learnt from the mistakes of putting people I know and friends in these thumbnails. And really just focusing on myself and the channel, because I learnt that that was a mistake the hard way, and I'm not going to do it again. Nothing personal, but nothing lasts forever, people. Oh, fucking hell. Alright, give me a second. A piece of paper or anything? Just bugs everywhere, man. All of my stuff. I guess that's what I have to do. Come on, buddy. Get off my wall. Please. Okay, or you can fall down. I know I don't know where they are. Whatever. Back, I guess. Anyways, man. I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. I'm being kind of incoherent, because that's what this year was. It was incoherent. We just come out of, like, 2020, which had just been an absolute Like, like, 2020 was just so awful. 2021 didn't feel real. It didn't feel real. There was plenty of good. There was plenty of bad. You know, we laughed, we cried. You know, I always, I think it's best to be optimistic and really focus on the positives. But, this year wasn't as bad as 2020, but I gotta say, it was kind of stressful. I'm hoping 2022 isn't, because after this, I want my thumbnails to be much less busy. It would be easier for me to make, and it would be more focused. I mean, yeah, this is... I tried not to pull a face for this one. I tried to just have my actual expression. But, yeah, we did a lot this year. So much that I actually don't remember, and I haven't looked ahead. So what we're going to do... is go to my channel, and we're going to go scroll back, and we're going to go back in time... I'm going to just look at everything. I'm going to scroll all the way back, an entire year. That's only 3 months. That's half a year, 6 months. We'll come up to 9 months. And any moment now. Right. So last year, this channel in 2020, we're going from here. I barely remember these anyway. They're not exactly pleasant streams. I think I'm going to go back to them. This music isn't fitting, but I'm going to let it finish. Anyways, can't think straight. Alright, you know what? There's probably something else I should tell you guys. I'm kind of glad this happened at a convenient time for me. Because it's the end of the year. I'm about to go on hiatus, do nothing for a month. I'm going to hibernate. There's no point doing anything in January. It's just too stressful to, like, actually get anything productive done. You know, I'm basically just going to be, like, hibernating. Not doing any kind of work, not doing any kind of play, just nothing for a bit until I feel well. Because I've been ill, guys, and it's not just illness. Now, I know some of you know this already, because it kind of got leaked on a previous stream, but I'm very sick. I have a very specific sickness that's been very contagious around the world lately. And although I actually feel better than yesterday, I'm sure that the effects are going to go on for at least 2 weeks. After all, that's how long I have to quarantine for. That's how long I have to self-isolate for. Although, of course, not with my family, because all of them already got it, because I got it from them. And I actually hadn't heard of this until my mum pointed it out. Get rid of these. Oh, I actually need to come back to that later. But, yeah. What do you guys know about Omicron? Because I have coronavirus. I have COVID. I didn't test, but I have all the symptoms, so it's pretty much, like, spot on. Yeah. It originated from South Africa. It's a less fatal strain, I believe, but it's more infectious. And it really sucks, because I was dodging COVID like a pro for years, but everywhere's opened up too early, and it came from my siblings' workplace. The thing is, right, it's sad, but, like, if we just locked down properly in the first place, we wouldn't be having to deal with this now. COVID's evolving, and it's just going to be around for, like, 10, 20 years now. It's just going to keep changing strains. And even though I've had 3 vaccines, I've had 2, you know, is it Pfizer? And then, like, a booster jab. It could be much worse. Like, I felt rough before, and if I hadn't had those booster jabs, I would have been very sick. I would have been laid in bed. I probably have, like, a good chance of dying. But no, as it is, I got my vaccines, and, I just feel really ill. Sore throat, pains, headaches, all the usual. I'm not looking for pity points, but the point is, guys, can we just take it easy, please? Because I really feel really fucking rough right now. I'm about 4 minor inconveniences away from a mental breakdown. Anyway. I can still see Ethan and Circus in that thumbnail. Oops. Well, something slipped through, I guess. Where are they? Ethan and Circus? Where? Yeah, debate direct. Well, that's unavoidable. I mean, by that logic, Tash is on here too. Don't worry about it, though. Don't worry about it. Whatever. It's whatever. But yeah, I just want to take it easy, and let's just go back in time. I'm really curious to see how this channel has gone, because the last year's been crazy for a whole lot of reasons, and I'm not here to ramble about my personal life. I don't have the time to talk about everything, I'm just gonna talk about YouTube. Sag, I remember the first stream when I made mod. What happened to Fred Guy? Really? The first stream where you were made mod? That's interesting because that was the first stream of this year. What happened to Fred Guy? I broke my own rule for this stream, so this is notorious in a number of ways. Not only was Ethan made mod here, but I broke my own rule and I streamed in January. Now, this was basically like a full history of the kind of Fred Guy circus productions thing, because at this point, Thomas, whatever we call you now, I love you, dude, but my god, your branding has been extremely convoluted to follow. I could not wrap my head around half this shit, so that's why I did the stream. Because I wanted people to not get too confused about what was going on, and I made a playlist kind of connecting everything. This guy moved from making FNAF games to making FNAF books to making original books. And I have to say, he's improved every step of the way. The Talia books are absolutely fantastic. Best thing he's made. Love them. Need to catch up on reading some stuff, but I've actually proofread the first two before they released, and I helped actually like craft them slightly, and it was really cool. It was really cool to do that. There's a lot of cancelled stuff as well, a lot of memes, but yeah, this was a pretty funky stream. I'm pretty sure this is unlisted now. I just realized I opened a new tab. But yeah, that was the first stream. And then, also in January, we got this, the Five Nights at Freddy's Plus reaction analysis plus theories. This was the first of its kind. The reason I broke my rule here is because I really wanted to cover this as soon as possible, because this was an opportunity to grow my channel. It was the first time in a while we'd have some big FNAF news that I was actually hyped for. You know, because like the books weren't getting announced, and merchandise is kind of like insignificant. It had been ages since we'd had a new game. I think this was shortly before Fury's Rage was a thing. So, like, this was really exciting. The last thing we had was, like, Curse of Dreadbear, like, a year ago. So I covered that, and I was really glad I did at the time, because that actually did boost my channel a little bit. I think we find... Oh my god, still violating the rules. I did, like, a bunch of streams in January. Aquaria. I should really be sitting through and watching these and clicking through. That'd be important, but, like... I don't know, there's so much to talk about. I don't want to spend too long on any one thing for the sake of time, but a lot of firsts here. Let me go back to Aquaria, because, I mean, I remember this stuff. Looking at those teasers was fun. But this was nostalgic. I'm going to mute this so you don't have to hear me talking on myself. Then again, I don't know. Livy was actually the one to come up with the name for this, which is something I really appreciate, because it was a great name. But yeah, this right here, guys, is the birth of Aquaria. I'm going to mute myself, because... you can watch this for yourself if you want. But it's so weird seeing this all that time ago. Back before I'd edited my skin differently. No, wait. I had edited my skin differently by this point, actually. But, like, my first proper long-term survival series on a live stream that actually went successfully, mostly, kind of. The first few episodes were really good, but it kind of slowed down. I think I need to limit myself to, like, 10 episodes next time. I learned a lot of things during this series. Mainly that you shouldn't have an artificial episode number and you shouldn't drag on and try and do everything. No pun intended, but I should have just gone and slain the dragon sooner once I got potions sorted out by like episode 15 or 16. Because this thing went on for way too long, but in the early days this was really fun. And this is genuinely nostalgic to me because I spent like over 100 hours on this world. I spent so much time playing on this world specifically. I made a lot of good memories with Aquaria. It was a lot of fun to collaborate with people. It was a lot of fun to progress through the game slowly and enjoy it and just kind of experience, you know, Minecraft in its purest form. It also in my favorite version of Minecraft ever, 1.16. First death, I think. First ever death? I'm not sure. But yeah, I remember this first night. It was kind of crazy. Like, I had to like build a shelter underground. You guys were probably there. I was in half a heart for a while. Good lord. And yeah, I was living off fish because I was in the ocean, and Trident Drown showed up. I got my first Enderman on like the first day. It was crazy. Like second day, first night. But yeah, this stream was absolutely, it was crazy. There was this cave as well. I ended up completely terraforming the island. Like, I built a house, like, I covered up the cave, I sealed it off, I dug my own strip mine. It got completely terraformed as time went on. And, like, everything was legit up to the moment I lost all those diamonds, because I got Tasha in to help me get the stacks back up. So, technically, I had help from a second player. So, yeah, I didn't really get that far. If I hadn't died in love with those diamonds, that collab probably wouldn't have happened, though. I wouldn't take it away as well, because the clips and the memes were hilarious. But, yeah, this first episode was productive. I got a whole bunch of things done, and, you know, it was really exciting. It was a really exciting start, because it was the first time I'd done, like, a proper Minecraft series, because, like, I really wanted to get into doing Minecraft content, and I was really struggling how to do it, and I think I've got there now, just about, with the challenges, which will be continuing thriving the next year. But yeah, Aquaria was a good lesson for me, I think, learning, you know, how to actually do that kind of thing. Don't know why that's still open. Oh, now I've got to go back. But yeah, let me just catch up with chat as well, because I got to do that as well, and I might as well while I'm scrolling. But yeah, I feel bad for you. Don't. It's fine. I don't. I have COVID-19. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It'll be fine. I'm already coming out of it. Oops, I've already gone way back to like 2019. Oopsie. We've already looked over those plenty in, wait, hold on, 10 months ago. We're already past it. Wait a second. Where were we up to? Streamed a year ago. Wait, what? How far back did I... That's over a year ago, surely. Okay, this is weird. Hold on a second. Wait, why is the stream buffering? No! No! Oh, for God's sake. Don't do it. Don't do it, soldier. Hold on a second. 8 months ago? I can't find it. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. This is it. This is it. We found it. We found it. We're good. We're golden. The stream seems to be lagging? Question mark? Is it lagging? Guys, tell me if the stream's lagging. I think we're back to... No, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. No! Oh, God! Oh, just let me know if it lags, guys. It seems to be coming and going a bit. But, yeah. Bubby had COVID as well. Yeah. COVID's really hard to avoid. The thing is, I've been job hunting lately, but I'm really motivated to find remote work now, because like, I just don't think it's safe to be out there right now. I don't want to be this ill constantly. Then again, if I already have COVID, I'm basically immune to it. You think Thomas's branding is convoluted? I don't know your history, SBL. I've been with Fred Guy since the beginning. This guy's one of the OGs. He's got a veteran pass from Mr. Map. I only met you like this year. 6 times. Bloody hell, SBL. You've done a lot as well then. But yes, Ethan, I remember that. You clipped it. The early days. It was good. New year, new possibilities. Yeah. I'm really glad that I made you guys happier this year, because we all definitely needed it. I'm going to stop wasting time, though. We really don't have time. But yeah, we had the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator modded series continuing here. A bit of Baldi's Basics. You know, Henry Stickmin, the first ever speedruns. I remember doing these. And the modded Minecraft streams, as well as the first survey response. This was a series that didn't really last, because the mods... The mod set I chose wasn't the best. I was kind of running out of things to do, and I think the world kept kind of bugging out. It just wasn't really going anywhere, and it wasn't as popular, so I've kind of ditched the modded series for now. But I think Minecraft mods, Minecraft's something I should do more one-offs on rather than series. I think the way I've approached doing Minecraft series wasn't quite right. But yeah, I remember I did a series where there was like an SCP facility and like, you know, hordes of zombies and like all kinds of stuff. It was pretty cool. Lucky blocks were involved. It was pretty exciting. I think like right off the bat I spotted some mods, and the village generation was really weird as well. I did some like terraforming with that. I completely rebuilt the village. It was something pretty special. But yeah, no, the modded series was cool. It was an interesting thing. These mods were fun to play with. And we also had the first of the survey responses of the year, where I did like a big old survey. I asked you guys a bunch of questions, and I went through the questions to try and kind of guide me going forward in the year. I think I've learned a lot from doing these, not to worry about trying to match the answers one-to-one and meet people's demands, because they're really just polite requests, and, you know, I can do whatever I want. And these are it's more of a guide than, you know, telling me what to do. But these surveys aren't going anywhere. They're still really useful to me, and I will be doing another one in about a month's time. You know, and it'll be open for like a week, and I'll just get as many answers as I can, and yeah, it'll be a good old time. Yeah, let's keep moving. So, we had the first debate director of the year, where Tasha and Ethan joined me to talk about music and kind of discussing, like, you know, what makes good music, whether that's even something you can objectively define. And we talked about a lot of interesting stuff. And I was using examples and stuff, as well as like the stream music and why I'd chosen what I'd chosen. It was a really interesting discussion. I wonder if chat will load. It'd be interesting to see what they say. But yeah, Minecraft, Pizza Sim, even Among Us made a return early on. Cold Start, I remember this. There's some like Taylor Swift and some of the drama. All kinds of people tuning into these streams. Yeah, Among Us, I had a cold start. I actually returned to Among Us because I'd actually discovered a free play mode, and I'd started playing that again. Although even though we now have like parties going, there was a long period of time most of this year where with Among Us I just played free play mode because I was so sick of playing the normal mode because I had no one I could play it with. that, you know, wouldn't make it an awful, unenjoyable experience for me, which was sad. I've lost it. Did we go up or down? We've gone down. These Among Us streams are from last year. But yeah, so time went on. We did a bit of all these games, all classics on the Mr. Matt channel. We did a few good one-offs. I want to do more stuff like this. Recursion, game inside a game. This was a really fun, short, 1 hour one-off stream. I want to do more of these. There's so many good indie games out here, which I can't just throw into a series, which would be great to do like this. Maybe more stuff by Danny, more stuff by Sam Hogan. I think a Muck one-off might be worth doing. Maybe if SBL would collaborate with me, that could be pretty fun. But really, just indie, like even Flash games like this were really interesting to play, really tested me, and I really want to experience more of this kind of thing, I think. Because there are so many games I play off camera, which you guys don't get to see, sadly. Although I still enjoy them. FNAF Engine was also a thing at this time. I had started messing around with hydrated games over on my Game Jolt page and building this absolute piece of garbage for a game. It was really just a proof of concept. It's totally broken. SBL tried fixing it. It didn't really work. It's playable, but yeah, better things will come there in time, hopefully. I also did a one-off on the Magenta again, Elite Robos mod, which is something I always meant to go back to, but I think I've exhausted everything I can really do with the Magenta. It was good fun, though. It was really interesting to see. You never finish it. I don't think he's ever going to come back to it, but I think the Magenta was, it was a fun one. It was cool to see, you know, the unique dimension, really, in all of its glory. And the Tarantula boss, that was really cool. Pretty creepy, actually, honestly. And yeah, just a whole lot of fun, really. So these streams went on. You get the idea. We did some cool stuff. I did a couple FNAF tier list streams because those were super popular. Ultimate Custom Night Reimagined started because this is before Five Nights at Fangans was a thing. So I was doing a bunch of these, you know, FNAF fan games as their own series. And this guy, Mark, actually challenged me. Apparently these are our OCs. This is me and that's Kat. And yeah, we actually did like a head-to-head few rounds in this like reimagining of UCN, which looks really similar, by the way. It's almost indistinguishable at first glance. Just playing in this like alternate version, which was really cool actually. It's not a bad game at all. I quite enjoyed it. It was a bit confusing in places, but that's just FNAF for you. I think it was actually pretty fun. And it was really cool to actually have a multiplayer kind of going challenge. And you know, yeah, he was a good collaborator. You know, I introduced the Morph mod to the Survival series. I did some controversial stuff. Baldi's Basics Classic had its birthday, so we covered that. And Mugman started. I'd love to keep scrolling, guys, but there's so much which happened this year. So many different games, so many people we met. I remember doing this. I did so much Baldi's Basics this year. And it was so weird to be back in the original because, like, I thought I haven't touched this since it first came out in, like, 2018. So it's been like several years, but there it was, the original Baldi's Basics in all its glory. It's incredibly unbalanced, and I didn't do very well, but it was a lot of fun to experiment with. And I finally got around to playing another very challenging game I've meant to do for a while. I wanted to do this co-op with my sister Tasha, but honestly, she would never have been able to kind of manage the time, I don't think, and we could never get like a controller working. So I just played this on my own, mouse and keyboard, of course. I don't know why that surprises people. I don't imagine this game. I mean, I guess it would be slightly easier with a controller. It feels like a console game, if you know what I mean. But you know, control schemes. I mean, they are important. But yeah, no, this game is tough, no matter how you look at it. This is a very challenging game, and I was amazed at how quickly I got through some of the early game. My confidence in my ability with this game was actually massively restored by the time I got to the start of Aisle 3, because the first two aisles I actually got through pretty well. Like, there wasn't a single episode where I was making, like, zero progress, and I pretty much survived all the bosses. I mean, in the end, I beat the game, but, you know, obviously lots of fails on the way, but, like, with Aisle 1 and 2, Aisle 1, it wasn't easy. The game's never easy, but, like, I actually did it. And it only took me, like, 20 minutes on average, really, to do a certain boss or whatever. And it's like, I developed different strategies and plans as I went throughout it. I mean, just look at how fast I'm going here. That's completely insane. I'm still losing, but, like, there's so much happening on screen, and I'm managing to get these parries and take out these enemies. It's, you know, kind of impressive, actually. I can't believe I'm the one doing this. It doesn't look like me playing. It's weird watching myself. I don't ever do this. I don't ever really watch my own Let's Play, so it's really strange to actually see my own gameplay. you know, not really something I'd enjoy since, you know, I've already experienced it all. But yeah, the run and guns were definitely harder than the main bosses, but in the first episode alone, I'd already done like one of each, which was, you know, pretty nice. And yeah, this series just went on throughout the year, really. It was really exciting. Every episode brought something new until I really hit a wall, which we'll get to. There was just lots of good stuff. Oh, and the start of Five Nights at Fan Games. Here it is. The Airship in Among Us release. That was fun. And I think for the first time I actually got to play in like a party with people for once, which was really strange because I wasn't expecting that to happen. People were actually jumping on the stream, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, there were some people I knew, and I was like, wait, could it actually be possible to like get a game going? But yeah, Five Nights at Fan Games started. And this was my idea to, you know, get more FNAF games done in less time, and I think it's been a success. Playing multiple games in one stream, given the format, it's already pretty messy, so like it really works. And like I got to do a lot of great, you know, I got to experience a lot of great games here, some collaborations. This was a game I voice acted in. I can't remember what it was called, but it was this funky little like Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2 style kind of game. And we played that for a lot. We also did Animated Hell, which is still going today. Animated Hell is still something I'm going to want to do a bit more on. You know, Facer, of course, the Fazbear Entertainment Security Archive, which eventually got its own streams. And something that was threaded throughout all of them, even up to right now. Something that's been threaded through all of Five Nights at Fan Games so far is Five Nights at Candy. I've done all the Five Nights at Candy's games. I still am not done with Five Nights at Candy's. There's a lot more to do, but I might break it up and do a bit of Pop Goes coming out, because that's a great game I've never played, and you know I need to play that sooner or later because Pop Goes Evergreen's going to come out. And yeah, it was there was some Ultimate Custom Night games as well. Like this was RCNR, which is I played a bit of on its own as well. But you know, it was fun to revisit that. And I really like making the thumbnails. I really like the logo I made for it and the whole naming thing and everything. I spent some time coming up with that, and it was good. Zardy's Maze also got a couple episodes. But I could never keep it up because this was back on my old laptop, so I couldn't really run it with the graphics. And the only reason I still haven't played it is because like I've just been busy with other things. I also started 100%ing Bendy the Ink Machine. So much was going on at once. Where are we up to already? This is like spring. We're in April. I was already replaying Bendy while doing all of this. It's incredible how much I was doing at once. I had FNAF, Minecraft, Mugman, Bendy, Among Us, Baldi's Basics, and Debate Direct all running at once. There was also the joke UCN stream, I guess, which was pretty funny, where I pretended to play Impossible Mode. This is one of those rare times where I actually did video editing, and like it was a lot of fun to actually do like a little April Fool's thing, because like it was really difficult to not make this completely predictable, so I had like multiple April Fools in one. It was completely bonkers, and some of the funniest stuff I've ever said on a stream is in that video. But yeah, time went on. You can see I did more of this. I started trying to do, like, delving into speedrunning with Baldi's Basics. I remember that. We did more FNAF, tons of FNAF. And Facer started getting its own episodes. Bendy the Machine kept going. Again, episode 6 of fan Games. We're getting into, like, the summer now. It's May. Yeah. I don't know why the thumbnails aren't loading. There were some good one-offs as well. Minecraft Infinity. I'm glad I made time for at least a couple one-offs. I was covering a lot of games very frequently, doing like, not daily streams, but like weekly streams, you know, 3 or 4 times. I did like a Minecraft survival skyblock kind of thing, which was pretty cool. I was really interested to see how the limitations affected the game and how far you could progress. I think the biggest thing you could do in theory with this is building a beacon out of iron. I'm not sure where you'd get the nether star and everything from though. I'm not sure if you could go to the nether. I think you could get full iron, but I don't know what you do after that, because there's no way to get to the nether from here. So that pretty much halts your progress, and there's no, like... Oh, wait, no, you get given a beacon. You get given a beacon. Yeah, no, so you can make an iron beacon. That's pretty much, like, the last thing you could do. I could try this again, but it would be, like, a real grind. It'd take forever. It'd be the kind of casual, unlisted stream I think I'd go for, because it would be a lot of just the same thing. Trying to get iron from zombie drops, it would take forever. But this was a very interesting one-off. It was fun to experiment that kind of thing as well as go through all of these. I finally got to like chapter 5 and finished Bendy, so I changed up the thumbnail style and stuff. But yeah, I gotta say as well, the thumbnails were one of the things I was really happy with for a lot of this year. I've gotten really good at making thumbnails, if I say so myself. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but I kind of have a style, and it's different between certain games. But it's like, For Bendy, I went pretty minimalistic. For games like this, I had like a whole structure with the title. Like Pizza Sim, for the FNAF, I put the title in the thumbnail. And for Five Nights at Fan Games, I did something similar to Minecraft, where I had like the logo in the thumbnail. I did that for Mugman as well. Everything's kind of like softened out a bit, and I've got like a nice bit of contrast, like focal point, kind of basic rule of thirds kind of thing. I'm not exactly like, you know, a media student, but, you know, I know my stuff. Five Nights at Fan Games definitely proved some challenges where the central point is the text and you just have to shove a bunch of images around it, but I think it came out alright. Even FNAF AR was a thing here and there. And I did some special 720 mode stuff on Five Nights at Candy's 2 out of popular demand off Five Nights at Fan Games because I needed to dedicate more time to it. People wanted it, so I made it happen. And yeah, it was pretty cool. These aren't really on any playlist, they're just kind of a special thing, but it was worth doing. It was a lot of fun, it was an interesting challenge, and I actually like did get through them. And I beat the games, you know, fair and square, he says. There are actually a lot of bugs now. I think I used an exploit at some point, I can't remember. But yeah, it was pretty exciting, and very interesting to see how the challenges kind of played out. I did a 500 sub special vlog, following up the 500 sub special. Now, I'm gonna be honest. The 500 sub special was a whole mess. I remember it vividly. It was great, but not for me. I put myself under way too much pressure to perform well. I had to stream for 5 hours, doing speed runs in voice chat. It was just way too many things at once. And as I've said before, I want to really learn from this and learn to like relax for sub specials, kind of like the Christmas specials we do. This was fun, but I think speedrunning is something I've dabbled with, and it's not something I'm really gonna look at much because I don't go glitch hunting, and glitchless speedruns, you know, it takes a lot of skill, which I don't really have to do. Like, I speedrun the Henry Stickmin collection, which requires little skill, but I think multiple games in one stream that I don't need to be really good at to, like, you know, enjoy and have a good stream with are the thing to go for with stuff like this, because being in voice chat on top of trying to speedrun, do challenges and whatever, and stream for that long, it was just very stressful. It was very difficult. I've gotten a lot better, actually, at doing endurance streams. I used to really struggle pushing past 4 hours of streams. These days, I can stream for 6 hours with no problem. I don't know what happened, but I think I've just gotten better at managing everything in a live stream, just because I've spent so much time kind of practicing it and getting better at the whole thing. You know, my commentary, you know, my energy, breaks, everything. I think I've really, like, learned to manage myself a lot better. And yeah, I actually did some just chill Minecraft stuff. I don't know what world this is. I think this was just a random off-camera world I did for that kind of the vlog. Oh, no, I remember what this is. I attempted hardcore mode. This is something I want to do more of. But yeah, I did like a one-off hardcore mode. And, yeah, I got killed by a creeper while AFK, which is really dumb, but that was kind of intentional. It was really funny. I remember doing this, but yeah, the Minecraft, the Minecraft hardcore one-off was really cool. I want to do stuff like this, but I want to be able to beat the game, in hard mode first. Because I've never even beaten the game, like, without dying in normal on the latest version anyway, so, like... But yeah, I died to a freaking creeper, which was, you know, quite silly. But yeah, I actually made quite a good bit of progress. I pretty much did everything up to go into the nether. I was very careful about it, but the seed was pretty good, all things considered. It could have been worse, but it could have been better. Also, I saw a creeper there, I swear. Yeah, there's a creeper right there. I was gonna say, this isn't the one that gets me, is it? No, it's not. But yeah, that was a fun one. I was just kind of talking about, like, the future, you know, future sub-specials and how I was going to improve sub-specials. And yeah, the you know, the things kept going. I did an anniversary special for Among Us, and I did a 2-part finale to UCN because it was still in high demand. There was just so much to do, and I wanted to satisfy Ethan and DJ. Because there was still a lot of unfinished business with it, and, like, as it is now, I've done, like, everything I think I want to with the game. There's always going to be more, even if I played with even more mods again, even if I beat every preset challenge vanilla, even if I did 50-20 vanilla, there would always be more. But, you know, oh god, I just realized when this is. This is the time where I had the demi-map Minecraft SMP, which is pretty cool. This was a nice little... This SMP kind of died, which is a shame, because I had some really cool stuff, and I was doing some fun stuff, but I basically got exiled in the nether. It was really exciting, though, because I'd never been part of a Minecraft SMP before. Sadly, it got kind of toxic, because the people who had been watching my stream, and who came from my end, came into the server and basically just started griefing people, and upsetting people, and just causing trouble. And I felt really guilty about that because everything had gone to shit because of me. So I kind of just left it because I could see that it wasn't going to last long anyway. There was a replacement server, which is a thing now. But I'm just realizing with that, with like speedrunning Bendy to get back to chapters 1 and 2 and the UCN anniversary, this came right off the Scott Cawthon controversy. And this was really sad, but this was something very serious that I knew I had to talk about. It was extremely important. And I think if there had to be a singular event that derailed this year, we'd already had COVID. Me getting COVID at the end of the year is actually pretty much nothing. It was this. This kind of killed FNAF for like months. Like, the fact that we knew about it and that a guy had gone snooping, you know, didn't change the fact that it was public information anyway, and like, whether or not we found out, it happened. And it was really sad. It was really fucking sad because I could not get my head around it. I was like really, really upset. Because it was like my whole world came crashing down around me. I mean, I just didn't know what to think. I felt like I didn't know who Scott was anymore, and like, I didn't feel like I knew what the FNAF fandom was anymore. I was like, I wanted to be as reasonable as I could, but there were so many people saying so many very controversial, but also upsetting things in a way that was offensive, deliberately. And I'm glad that my community and the people in Voice Chat were able to have a very, you know, calm and reasonable discussion about the whole thing, because I was trying to, like, take all perspectives, play devil's advocate, and really just get my head around it and think of every possible argument about this and really understand, like, what had gone on, why had it happened, and what should we do. And I think, like, Security Breach wrecked the FNAF fandom recently as well, for reasons that we'll delve into later. But I think there were 2 times this year that the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom just got absolutely derailed and kind of killed itself because of some negative event that far too many people responded to poorly, because they are, you know, naive, emotional, you know, little kids and teens. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the FNAF fandom. I gotta be honest. There's plenty of good in the FNAF fandom. I love the Ambience community. I love the True Player community. Dorko is great. 8-Bit Ryan is great. Even Markiplier, if you can count him. I love MatPat. There's a lot of great people in those circles. But I think the vast majority of the FNAF fandom to me seems like a bunch of oblivious, you know, ego boost seeking, you know, easily upset little children who just kind of just don't care about anything except themselves, and kind of are completely superficial about why they're even here and why they're into FNAF and what they enjoy. And it's like, there's so few people who really appreciate the games and the story and the gameplay in depth, and a lot of people are just kind of here for the meme. And it's like, I'm not saying you have to take everything very seriously. FNAF is not something to be taken that seriously, but there's a lot of people who also just, at the slightest thing, like, no, I'm gonna ditch the fandom. Fuck you guys, and it just like kind of, they just kind of seek to be hurt and upset and for controversy and drama, and it's kind of like they're all very like, you know, very tied up in their own opinions, and they're very inward looking, and it's sad. And I'm really glad that I'm not with those. A lot of the people I know are great, and we had a fantastic discussion, and Lucy especially was incredibly based on this stream. And at the end of the day, you know, it's not a black and white issue, but this really shaped the year, I think. This was a massive event. This completely changed the FNAF fandom, FNAF itself forever. And I think Security Breach's release and some of the god-awful story decisions they made with that and whatnot have just completely solidified FNAF's first major, you know, downfall in history. Like, it's the first major, like, kind of trough for FNAF. And that's okay. These things happen. Every major franchise has its peaks and falls. I'm actually really impressed that FNAF has gone on for 7 years, 6.5 years, without having a major issue. I'm surprised it took this long. Some people will say that, like, post-dislocation was the first one, but Scott was still there guiding Matt Patton, you know, confirming the right theory so that the story wasn't frustrating. You know, waiting for Pizza Sim was more than worth it, you know, in 2017. The FNAF fandom was alive with fan games and is more than ever. Right now, we are in the age of fan games. FNAF has been carried by the fanverse and all that kind of thing right now, and it's going to stay alive for decades to come. And, you know, but it will have its times of struggle and stress and downfall, and that's just how it is. That's just life, and that's okay. That is okay. I think Scott's incredibly misguided, and I can't forgive him for something he didn't apologise for. I think the way he addressed this whole thing was very out of character, and it was honestly terrifying. It's kind of like having your dad tell you off. Scott's... I don't want to exaggerate, I don't want to sound ridiculous, but Scott is something of a god to me, because he quite literally has massive influence over my life. He's been pulling the strings unintentionally, not just on me, but on millions of people for years, just because FNAF has been so successful. Almost everyone I know, almost everyone I love, almost all the games I play, the art I engage in, you know, all the social media stuff I engage in, all the people I know, almost all of it is because of FNAF. Virtually everything is because of FNAF. My identity has been changed by this game. If FNAF didn't exist, I would not be who I am. I am not me. I would not be Mr. Matt. And that's horrifying to think about. But, you know, I don't think Scott deserves, obviously, to be, like, you know, witch hunted like he was. And, you know, I just hope he and his family are safe and are vibing, because he was always going to retire and step out of the picture, and it's just a shame it happened prematurely. In the end, his donations didn't go towards anything anyway. The Trump campaign failed, and so much money was donated to the Trevor project, which is now added on my charity list and things like that, by the FNAF community and Scott, that at the end of the day, I'm not going to let this bother me forever. And, you know, I'm not going to leave the FNAF fandom over it. If you do, that is your choice, and, you know, your choice is fine. That's kind of what the message of the stream was. But yeah, that was probably one of the most major events of the year. And it was at this point as well that in my personal life, I'd reached the age of 19 and a half, and I'd begun to really understand who I was and what I really wanted out of life. And I still have many questions. I'm not quite sure what I want from life and what I want to do when I'm older. But I think I understand a bit about who I really am now. And I had a lot of very deep, very sentimental self-reflection at this time, because the Scott thing had kind of knocked the wind out of me. I was, like, going through some mental health issues, to be frank. Nothing serious. But, like, I was in a weird place. Not a dark place, a weird place. I didn't know quite what to think anymore. I was very confused and very upset. And I decided in the end that the best thing to do was to really take the time to evaluate everything and think about what the best course of action is. And I was guided by the incredible wisdom of my girlfriend Lucy. She has just improved me as a person in ways that I couldn't possibly imagine anyone else doing, and taught me so much about, you know, life and friendships and communication and personality. I think the next closest thing that has taught me how to be a better person, after my girlfriend Lucy and some of the events from this year and last year, which have really formed me into the adult that I am now, finally. The third thing is probably one of the games in my Steam library, if it would connect. I want to show it off. The third thing would probably be this game. That's why I have such a profound appreciation for Doki Doki Literature Club now, and I'll talk more about that later, but this game's just blown my mind. And yeah, I wanted to share it. I wanted to share the knowledge, because I feel like there's a lot of young people, all of you are kind of pretty much in the same age bracket as me, a few years younger, who are really going to benefit from this kind of advice, because you are all incredibly flawed people. I was, and still am in some ways, an incredibly flawed person. And it's in that teenhood where you're the most flawed, you're the most fucked up in the mind, you're the most, you know, confused and weak and stupid. And that is where you learn the most, and that's where you make the most progress as a person. And I can't really speak on your behalf, because you know, your personal life isn't my business, but I hope that this might have had just a slight impact on maybe bettering yourself as a person as well as me, because I think it was really important to share everything that I'd learned here. This is the foundation of my entire, like, you know, ideology and values now. And I need to remind myself, I need to go back and remember it. I think most of it's subconscious now, but I might need to go back and actually watch that, to be honest. So I'm actually gonna pin that for later. But yeah, and I played more games. Mugman, Baldi's Basics, FNAF 1 Ultra Customite, a game I've been meaning to come around to for ages, was absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed this. And Doki Doki Literature Club Plus had also started at this time. Some of the thumbnails aren't showing. DDLC Plus had already started by the time of this. Where are the first two episodes? Were they, like, really far off? I was starting DDLC Plus at the same time as well. This is incredible. But yeah, a whole lot of things were going on. FNAF and Minecraft have become the big staples of my channel. Debate Direct was coming and going, and I did an interesting stream. DDLC Plus was something that was very therapeutic, I think, to go through, and it was the perfect game at the perfect time for me. After all this kind of mental stress, I think, without realizing it, I really went into, you know, a very emotional game that I needed at the time. I was really enjoying Five Nights at Fan games, though. Some of these games, like FNAF Simulator, were like some of my favorites to play at all. And I was starting to do some fun Minecraft one-offs in 1.17. Fall Guys has started. I just realized I've skipped a bunch of stuff. But yeah, no. So coming up after all this stuff, we got the FNAF anniversary. I did more FNAF Plus reactions and, you know, analysis of the new teasers. I did another big vlog thinking about, you know, beginnings and endings, because I'd basically gone through some big stuff in my personal life with uni. It's all very complicated, but this year was kind of just crazy for me. But I didn't let that stop the content train, because I wanted to do some fun stuff. And yeah, I played a bunch of really important FNAF fan games on this stream, and I did it in voice chat as well. I beat One Night at Flumpty's 1 hard-boiled mode, I did Treasure Island, I did the Popgo skin of Chase, as well as some Five Nights at Candy's R again. I even did FNAF 2 Ultra Custom Night or something by the looks of it. I did Animator's Hell, I did all the big games I could think of, and yeah, this bit actually got clipped. It's on Hydrated Highlights, which is really cool. Speaking of which, I can't remember when exactly this was, but this was the year where my side channels actually kicked off. Thanks to True Player, Ethan, he's the guy who created these. I have a channel for memes now, and a channel for Hydrated Highlights, and we spent a while, and we created trailers for these, and I've tried to be, like, uploading, you know, consistently since then. Where's the trailer? So from this point onward, you know, this point onward, in the last 2 months, only in the last 2 months, this has all been going on, so I'll talk about that later. But yeah, this was a very important time for me this year. I also did an interview with Circus again about his books. Words. His books, which was really exciting because the whole thing was scripted, but it was live streamed this time. It was much better and a lot less effort than the Fred Guy interview, and I thought it was very interesting to talk to. This guy has so much to talk about, and you know, it's just very interesting to follow the whole thing. I highly recommend, again, that you guys go check out his books. This guy's been with me since the start, and he hasn't gone anywhere. He's a really good guy, and you know, he's pretty talented. Go read his books. Yeah. Let me just read chat for a minute, because I'm not caught up. Because I've been doing a lot of this and reflecting on this. So I haven't been reading chat. How you all doing? But yeah. Man, I missed so much of chat. I'm really sorry. I'm going to try and speed through this because time is ticking. But yeah. Yeah, the speedruns kind of died out because I wasn't very good at them, to be honest. But yeah, it was fun to dabble in. And yeah, Pizza Sim mod as well. I've also had some problems with speedrun.com. Like, if I just go over here and try and log in, like, I keep forgetting my details, keep getting logged out. Like, I'm not going to be logged in because I had, like, a record and everything. But it doesn't matter. There was only a couple things. I'm not holding any world records. Darklink, that sucks. But I'm glad that I offered you that. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. I could do something I find out to finance with indie games. It'd be really hard to brand that, though. I'm not really sure. What happened with the prequel? I don't know. Beans 2. Well, there was a Beans 1. It just got unlisted. You can still find it. If I go back to my game job. Beans 1, it's all there. You can find it in the description of Beans 2. It's not very good. But, like, it still exists. They Want Your Beans, the original. I don't know why this is here. But yeah, this is the game that you want to check out, guys. This is the one that's worth checking out. I did that in 2020. There's a cheat code for RCNR. Amazing. Wow. You return to Baldi's Basics Classic again at some point and eventually try to beat it. I don't want to. It's too much RNG, man. It's not going to be fun. I guess I could if you want. But yeah, Mugman, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Delicious Last Course is going to be epic. I agree. I'm glad that I finally beat Mugman. We'll get to that. Cuphead, yeah, great series. I'm glad you like it. I've done everything you can possibly do in FNAF 1, 2, and R. That's commendable. Yeah, it won't happen with 3, but yeah, I'm impressed with myself, to be honest. I also 100%ed Bendy. There's a whole lot of things. Yeah, FNAF 3 is unnecessarily hard in parts. The final night alone is just, yeah. Still my dislikes videos. Yes. Oh, that's funny. People really didn't like that when I trolled them. You know I'm going to do it again next year. I have to. I'll think of something. Hopefully. Probably won't, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, the Shadow Challenge. Yeah, one-off's always awesome. I see Darklink. I see. Yeah. And I actually got scared by Blank. I remember that time, Ethan. Merry Christmas to the 500 sub special. Bruh. Absolutely. UCN is the fun kind of bullshit. Fair enough, Ethan. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. True about Mega Man and Cuphead. And yeah, agreed. It was a rough patch. Scott's an icon. He's someone I always really looked up to and admired. And that got tainted. But, you know. It doesn't change the good memories and the good times we had, I don't think. I have to agree, Ethan. You know, there's multiple ways of looking at it. But I think the fact that this one indie dev that's changed many of our lives was forced into retirement because of some nosy asshat is just upsetting. Yeah, it is. It is upsetting. On the other hand, though, if it hadn't been revealed, all that money wouldn't have gone to the Trevor project, and, you know, Scott wouldn't have made those massive donations to, you know, fix that up. But out FNAF, I wouldn't be a game developer. It would change my life pretty much. Wow, Bubby. Yeah, 13 to 18 plus. I wouldn't be opposed to security breach not existing. Man. Oh, Nubert, really? You've never come across as immature, Nubert. I'm just saying. I'm not like we've all got problems as people, but I'm not trying to criticize anyone here. I mean, if you feel that way, that's cool. But like, I don't remember you being that cringy or awful. You were a good guy. You seem pretty based. Gregory, do you see a small vent on the floor? There's a lot of good memes from Security Breach, I will admit. It's the funniest FNAF game, I think. But yeah. Yeah, and that guy as well, he bullied my girlfriend. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, let's just say, guys, I got a little bit too involved with the whole FNAF Maker thing. I somehow managed to get the original guy cancelled. He had it coming. And, yeah, you know. I mean, I'm honestly kind of indifferent to the LGBTQ community, to be honest, because their actual intentions and, like, you know, identity is obviously a complete muddle of different individuals. But, you know, I wanted to stand by them, and I wanted to help my girlfriend as well. You know, I owe Lucy a lot. But yeah, it was Lucy's the GOAT. I'm glad you all like yeah, Lucy's the GOAT. She's the fucking best. I'm so glad you all agree. You know what, guys? What if I, like, voice called Lucy just to tell her she's the GOAT? Is Lucy online right now? I'm just messaging Lucy. I'm just going to see if you can voice call real quick. But yeah, that's fair enough, Dartlink. Again, guys, there's so many things to do in so little time. I've got games that I've put off for years because I never had the time to play them. I recently got gifted a game which I've been wanting to play since like 2016. I'm not even joking. It's been a very long time and I've been wanting to play it because it's a fun game. And I watched 8-Bit Ryan play it way back in the day, but I never bought it because I never had the time and all the money. And someone finally gifted it to me and I can't find it. But yeah, someone finally got me tabs for Christmas, so I'm going to finally play this, and I'll probably stream it as well, because I imagine it's gone through numerous updates. Stop trolling me, Ethan. Happy New Year, mate. I imagine it's gone through numerous updates since I last played it. The Chad Overlord, the Chad of the Mega Chads. Ethan, you're so funny. She is pretty based. She is straight up epic, but yeah. We got the first Fazbear Fanverse Initiative game being Flump These 3. People don't view it this way, but even though the development wasn't affected, in terms of being official FNAF games, technically, the lineup from Help Wanted to Curse of Dreadbear is Fury's Rage, if you count that, One Night of Flump These 3, and then Security Breach. Flump These 3 is, like, sort of a fan game, but, like, that was, like, the big FNAF game this year, not Security Breach, I guess, from a certain point of view. And we've got plenty of teasers for the other ones as well, which are probably going to come out next year. I think Ignited Collection is probably still like 2 years away, but I think those other games will be getting a move on soon. But yeah, playing the game was cool as well, Duncan, yeah. They took my fucking eyes with Security Breach memes, yeah. Security Breach memes are all over the place. There's just so many. I don't know why there's so many more memes of that game particularly, but it's cool. And yeah, Lucy is the Chad of Mega Chads. I'm really glad to know her. She helped me a lot this year, and I think I helped her too. Mutually agreeable. I started experimenting with mods again. I did a 1.16 mod that brought back the super secret settings. That was a nice one-off stream. This is a very chill part. I was actually on like a semi-hiatus between this and this. There were very few streams because I was currently going through these stressful exams for uni, which were just not fun. I don't know how I'm going to manage that next time, but I'll find a way. I got back to all the games, of course, and these just kept rolling. And then I got a new computer, which completely changed things up. Now, I'd already had the new computer by, like, this time. And it was, like, I'd just been waiting to get it running. Because, like, I've been trying to get a move on. But, like, my friends were like, we've got to tidy up your room. And we've got to build a desk. We're going to set this and that. And I was like, come on, going to move on. But I think we honestly went as fast as we reasonably could. You can't just set this thing up in a day. I needed, like, 2 weeks to get everything else sorted out in order to get the new computer up and running. And I had to buy some extra, like, accessories for it. But we finally got it going. And in one of the most important streams I've ever done, with an upgraded new computer, I started with an entirely new setup. I streamed a bunch of games I'd never played before on stream, including the debut of Fall Guys on Mr. Matt, which was really exciting, and I've come to really enjoy coming back to that game every now and then. We also did 123 Sword to Me Street 2, which I'm just going to play off camera if I ever do, because people aren't fussed about this one. It's a good classic, but I don't think it's actually as good as the first one. And again, it wasn't really that popular. SCP Secret Laboratory finally made a return, and I was really glad that I got to play the Scopophobia update exactly as I'd left it, like 8, 9, 10 months prior, when I was stopped being able to play the game. Hell, this was September. It was actually more like 11 months. It had been almost exactly a year, and I got back just in time before Parabellum, so I got to experience the game as I had been used to it before they changed it again when I did my first episodes on the new Secret Laboratory updates, and it was really good to be back, because this is one of my favourite games. I was streaming it just yesterday, and it really is just one of the best games. Look at it, it's the old Peanut. But yeah, I've had a lot of good times here. I've met a lot of great people through this game, and it's just a really fun one, even if it's occasionally toxic. It's really good for an online game. I've been really focused on the games I've played and the memories I've made. I haven't really talked about the people, because it's so much of a blur, but I want to address this separately, because there's so much to talk about there. I did some Minecraft, I guess, to try to be Dream, doing the glitches, and then I designed a DDLC Plus banner segment, which is still up to this day. If I actually go here, I've still got it right here, guys. Yeah, DDLC Plus is like one of my favorite games now. But yeah, I did a collab with SPL Studios, and I'm beginning to remember this now more. I started wearing capes on my Minecraft character because I had the transfer thing, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to donate to Optifine. I'll make a cape because I love you guys. You guys have helped me for years, and you'll continue to do so for years to come. There was a whole variety of good streams here, and we got towards the end of some series as well. Debate Direct was coming up on episode 50. Republic Commando and SCP Secret Laboratory was starting. DDLC was kind of being phased out, and Bending the Machine was finally being wrapped up. We even did Sister Location, which I haven't revisited in a while. I'm sorry about that. And this was a bit of a transition period. It was mostly all of my new computer stuff and lots of like first stream on the new computer. And I beat FNAC 720 finally on my old computer for, you know, the first time. It was on my old computer that I actually finally beat FNAC R720. And it was in this kind of revival when I got my, you know, new computer and I was doing a few random streams that Mr. Matt's Hydrated Highlights and Matt's Demis were finally kicking off. Now, these channels had already been around for a while. They've been created by Ethan, True Player, but I decided, you know what, mate, let's collab on this. Let's make this something really good, because he got some funny clips up. But together, we made a trailer that took way too long to produce, and we basically just started uploading and collaborating with people on a bunch of memes and clips. Now, this started uploading regularly, but in the last few weeks, I've gone back to irregular uploads, because it doesn't need to keep going. They're very small channels, you know, it's just a few random things, throwaway things for people to enjoy if they want. You know, one for clips, one for memes, and yeah, some of these are videos I've made myself, some I've spent hours editing myself. I make the thumbnails for them, but plenty of these are just edited and uploaded by different people. You know, I put this together, but it's actually thanks to Ethan this exists. This was Ethan's idea, but I made it, you know. This one was made by Holly Jolly Carl. I think DJ is actually the person who clips some of these, like the 720R thing and the Flunties too. I'm not really sure. There's a whole bunch of different things here, but I highly recommend you guys check it out. There's more content coming to these. There's a whole backlog of Hydrated Highlights stuff, which I haven't, you know, yet uploaded, and, you know, there's plenty more to come, and I'm just really happy to see how this thing's kind of grown and, you know, become more of a community thing. And yeah, we're almost there. We're almost back up to the top. At this point, my schedule was a complete mess, but I just kind of kept rolling with it. I did a few vlogs, and I stopped doing, like, heavily formatted vlogs. Like, after Upgraded, I stopped, like, heavily formatting the vlogs and trying to make them more professional. I just do that for, like, announcement videos. With vlogs these days, I've gone back to having, like, memey thumbnails and stuff, because they actually get more clicks, which is hilarious to me. They actually get... The shit thumbnails actually get more clicks. It's like I've tested this. Oh, hey, Lucy. Lucy, wait, don't tell her, don't tell her. Oh, Lucy saw my DM. Let me... Oops, I marked Platty's thing as red. Sorry, dude. I'll come back to those. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'll catch up with chat. Here we go. Guys, there is a goat in chat. There is a goat in chat. Hey, Lucy. Hey, gorgeous. How you doing? How you doing? You alright?
I'm doing pretty okay.
I
was
want.
not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I saw your message and it came like out of nowhere. I did not see that you were streaming. I was like, something happened. Is he okay? Oh my god! And then, I rushed to my room.
I'm
like,
so
what?
sorry.
Oh, fuck, oh, God.
I know something like that would be really guys. Let me just. Do you mind them seeing the DMs? Do you mind?
No, it's fine.
Guys, this is the message I sent now. I've just realized that actually out of context, that's really ominous. If you sent me that, I would start panicking. I think, oh no, did a family member die? Is someone pregnant?
Right after that, I did see right after that you were streaming, because your status is not streaming right now. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna check out the stream, and I checked in, and you were totally fine. I was like, whew.
I'm really sorry.
Also, my mom says hi.
Oh, hi Lucy's mum. How you doing? Gorgeous. Here's my phone number. Guys, we have this running joke that I'm gonna flirt with Lucy's mum, because I can. It must be like the most uncomfortable thing. Well, when your mum was introduced to me, like, she's had some interesting reactions. She had some interesting reactions, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, my mom's a total chat. She's honestly one of the chillest people I know. I mean, chill is like, okay, she's a bit melodramatic, but like, in a funny and
like you. I mean, remember, guys, if all else fails and there is no other, there is always her mother. So you know. I'm kidding. I know how uncomfortable that would make you. That would be so funny, Lucy. I don't want to waste your time. You can go in if you want, but I just wanted to call you to say that you are goated. You are the goat. You're a Chad. You've helped me out this year in many ways, as I have probably helped you out as well. Lucy, DJ, and Ethan all agree. Everyone who knows you and everyone who has met you has been utterly charmed. You know, you're funny, you're interesting, you're intelligent, you're extremely wise. You are truly the wisest of all of us, not me. People look to me for, you know, inspiration and guidance just because I'm in charge, but you're the real MVP. You've got a nice ass. I really like your hair. I like you have a nice taste in food. Your lips also taste nice. Kissing, you're pretty good at that, I think. It's been a while. I am out of practice, but you're welcome to stop me at any point. That usually happens.
I don't know what to say. Y'all are too sweet. Also, my mom just responded, like, she literally, like, typed in chat in WhatsApp.
Wait! Wait!
Oh,
I thought you meant live chat.
She told me to say hi to you, right? But, like,
Hey.
German equivalent. And then I was like, he says hi, but, like, I typed it in German, and she types back thanks. But, like, literally typed it in English and everything.
It's fine. There's a bit of a language barrier with us, but it's not a problem. I completely understand. Yeah, no. If you're the way you are, which is true, then your parents must be pretty freaking goated. I mean, your mom is.
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
honestly,
yeah.
I do really appreciate and love my parents both.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hey.
you're like
Hey.
sweet.
Am I the only one that ever interrupts your live streams?
No, actually, Mum and Dad are both interrupted today. How you doing?
Alright.
Sam's here.
No,
He's back, guys. He's in my room.
What's this? What's going on? What is it?
I'm streaming.
Are these your friends?
doing a yearly retrospective. Yeah, this
I
is.
don't like them.
It's your face, Sam.
Oh. Sorry.
I mean, I don't like it either. But
Is that? Well, joke's on you. We have the same face.
ah, shit, you got me there. We've got the same bloody face.
There you go. Right. Sorry. Bye.
let me know if you
Nice
want
to
to hang
see
out.
you. I will.
How long are you on for?
Later, I'm gonna finish at like 7. It's a
Awesome.
long one. It's a yearly retrospective thing. I'll tell you later.
Love it. Gonna watch it. Enjoy.
See ya. Guys, yeah, don't mind my family hopping around. We're all together. It's the end of the year. You gotta do it. Christmas holidays, man. But we're all having a good time. We're playing a lot of Halo multiplayer in the evenings lately on Sam's Xbox. But yeah, anyway, let's get back to the stream because time's ticking. Lucy, do you want to stay? Do you want to go? It's up to you what you do. But
I don't care either way. We actually
Sure, in
usually
chat.
we go to a friend of the family's house to celebrate New Year's Eve.
oh,
But
nice.
this year, because of COVID, we're not really doing that. So
Yeah.
And
now I have
I
COVID.
I do. You really.
Oh.
So, no, dude. Fucking hell.
I barely touched it. I barely touched it, Lucy. Oh man. Wait, what? What?
Don't fall for the gay agenda.
You know what this calls for, guys? Everyone look at the stream. You know what this calls for? Lucy, this is me right now.
I'm watching. There's a time delay. Just saying.
I know, but you'll see it. You'll see it. I mean...
Ah. Jesus, why are they firing fireworks?
Because it's New Year's.
But it's not midnight yet.
I don't... in time zones.
Also, if I remember correctly, Germany started forbidding the selling of fireworks.
Oh my god, really?
For the sake of the environment.
Oh yeah! I vaguely remember hearing something about that. Well, oh, called police, I guess. Oh man.
I'm like, bitch, why can't you keep to the rules?
Lucy, I think for the sake of the stream, I'm gonna leave voice chat, but it's really nice having you. This is actually pretty fitting, because the second last stream I did, I had all 3 of the moderators join voice chat, so we've all got a bit of a farewell. Everyone's had their little chip in for the channel at the end of the year. It's kind of perfect how this is lined up.
One last thing.
Yeah? What is it?
So, I told her the message you sent me.
See you,
yesterday,
DJ.
Like...
Lucy, what is going on?
I'm gonna read translation.
What? Lucy! Talk to me. I will leave the call. I will do it. I will hang up on you.
Please, I sent you a screenshot of her text message
are you
and
on
then a
about?
translation for it.
Oh, what a prankster. You know what's funny? You can tell her this as well. My brother Sam, who just walked into my stream, also has Corona. He's been drinking that a lot lately. I mean, he's been drinking that for years, but like, that's one of his favorite drinks, I'm pretty sure. Oh my gosh.
Also, my mom
Wow.
came in asking if I was laughing about the picture because she heard it all the way across the house.
Oh god, oh my god. Oh my god. You and your family are hilarious.
She's great.
Anyway, yeah.
But yeah, have fun. Y'all,
I will.
guys. Stay healthy, okay? Don't get sick. Be
Yeah.
careful, wash your hands, do all that.
Wash your hands,
Okay,
wear a
have nice
mask,
evening.
social distance.
I'll see y'all next year, bitches.
Yeah, bye bitches. Goodbye, my bitch. I will see you in the next year. I love you.
Alright, see ya. I love
My
you
bitch.
too.
No, I'm your bitch, if we're being honest here. But
However you wanna.
perhaps we have bitched each other, even. We have obtained bitches.
I mean, I like to say bitch ironically sometimes, so.
I'm definitely not being
that
ironic right
changes
now.
frequently.
Lucy's laughter's so good. Ethan, clip it again. Go ahead. Alright, let's see you, Lucy. Bye-bye. I love you.
Alright, bye. I love you too.
Alright, fellas. Let's get back to it. Honestly, what a funny lady. So, there was a lot happening this year. And I think Halloween was actually a big event and was actually kind of stressful. Because as much as I enjoy doing all these streams, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 streams to do that were time sensitive in the space of like a week, on top of the normal schedule. Like, I completely skipped out Minecraft. I did double Five Nights at Fan Games because of a light goal. I wanted to do all of these, but there were so many. Halloween is so popular. It's kind of overrated compared to Christmas, and I have to do so much more specials because there's so many more games that have Halloween specials. And although I want to keep up the live stream tradition until I beat Slender, and although I do want to cover FNAF games and SCP Secret Laboratory, you know, next time I'm going to try and cut down on maybe some of these. I actually did a Minecraft thing as well. It was like, I beat Minecraft for the first time in a vlog stream at Halloween, as well as doing all these. The Halloween was cool, but I think I'm going to cut it down to maybe try just to do 3 or 4 specials next time, or maybe try and do them earlier in the month, because some people consider it a month-long thing, which Christmas kind of is as well. It's pretty crazy. Let's get the music back on. But yeah, Facer came in after this, which was cool. The Phasma Tycoon thing just kind of comes and goes, but those fellas are, you know, they're developing something awesome. I also had the big Debate Direct 50 there, where I kind of changed up how I did things and trying to create this, like, you know, grand debate kind of thing. It was all very interesting. There are a lot of interesting streams at this time, and, like, I gotta click on these, because there was so much going on. I was really happy to be, like, involved in all this stuff. Like, SCP Secret Laboratory, I mean, we'd already done several streams on Parabellum here in the new update, but, like, also, you know, the new SCPs and stuff. I actually got to experience it properly this time. And, you know, I was, you know, I think I'd already met Rosebees by now. I think this is where I met Rosebees for the first time. She was in game. She just added me on Steam. I was like, hey, friend, how you doing? A girl? A gamer? But yeah, and the FNAF ones were cool as well. I played a lot of games. Windbug made an LCD FNAF. I beat the T-Jock Halloween edition in the stream after this, and I learned a lot. There were a whole bunch of different games, really. We did a bit of Flumpties. I showed off my merchandise as well. Like, this was like an exclusive thing. I have action figures now of Grim, Foxy, and Dreadbear, because they're just so cool. And this was like an exclusive reveal to the Halloween FNAF stream. And it's all on a playlist together. It's all on a playlist you can check out. And yeah, it was really good to just play all these games, see all these fantastic FNAF creations. I did some spooky stuff. I did this awesome, like, community-decided, like, tier list of the scariest games based on stuff I played. And I did, like, polls going over each of the games and kind of round by round in voice chat with these two, you know, debating what's scary, what isn't, which is the scariest game. And I had my own tier list, but by the end, the community was the one to decide the placement of all the games. And yeah, this was, I think this was, I can't remember what I said and what you guys said. I think this was like the community agreed thing. Or was that mine? I can't remember. But we went round by round. It was really cool to have so many polls in one stream. Really get that engagement going. It was something I wish I could do more often. But I think, yeah, I think that one there was mine. And then the community's choice was this. Yeah. The community decided on this one. It was pretty interesting. A lot of ones in the C rank. So I kind of shifted them and did like a final round for the S. That's what that was. Yeah, I forget. But yeah, we kind of got like the scariest games were like FNAF 4, Containment Breach, DDLC, and Slender, which was pretty fair. And yeah, I did a very creepy intro for live stream video. I wanted to be quite artistic about this, and there's nothing else to comment on this. This is a completely normal stream. It was just for fun, guys. I just experimented with the formatting a bit. Nothing unusual to see here. Definitely just a one-off stream with absolutely nothing bizarre going on. Just me playing some Slender, because it's a yearly tradition now. Definitely no secret videos hiding anywhere. Like if you were to go to the Hydration Nation and go into the Bot Commands channel and find the pinned messages and go back over to here, you know, there was absolutely no, like, you know, hidden secrets, no, you know, long-term projects which have been, you know, left behind for now, which are going to come back at another point in time. No weirdly demonic-looking videos, you know, that are tied into some kind of, like, ARG thing. Nothing like that whatsoever exists. But hey, yeah, Halloween was a real fun time. And after Halloween, I already knew my next move. I was going through the games, and I already knew Security Breach was getting close. The release date was going to be out soon. I need to start doing streams on it. So I did a stream covering all the teasers. I was finally getting to the end of Mugman, which, by the way, I've been really struggling with at this point. I hadn't done a stream on Mugman in a while, because I've been stuck. I had gotten really stuck for months. I gotten stuck for months on King Dice. It took me 6 hours between, like, 2 or 3 streams to, like, beat him. And the Devil didn't take as long, but it was still incredibly difficult. It's something I don't want to do again, because I got stuck multiple times on Isle 3, and there were streams where I made basically 0 progress. Dr. Carl, King Dice, and the Devil were the hardest bosses in that game by far. There were definitely a few other noteworthy mentions, but not ones I'll talk about here. It was really difficult to take down King Dice, but I finally did it after many tries. It's all been clipped. And yeah, Sister Location was more difficult than I thought it would be. Among Us was actually getting updates frequently, and to celebrate the new roles, I was actually doing like a proper party game, which has rejuvenated my interest in Among Us, because I was actually in voice chat with all these people, and we got a game together. And this is something that can only happen rarely, but I think maybe once every few months, this is something we should try and make an event. It could be a lot of fun. And yeah, Debate Direct was going on. I was doing my last streams of the year, so I did one last Henry Stickmin stream to, like, round that off, one last Portal-related stream. You know, I finished off Republic Commando for now, and I'm kind of, you know, gonna complete that next year. I'm at a good stopping point. You know, I am at a good stopping point with Sister Location. Sooner or later, I'll come back to the custom light, I promise. And, yeah, we got up to, you know, Fall Guys. I did a video stream going season 6 late. I started doing proper Minecraft challenges, trying to actually beat the game in a stream, which I've achieved a couple times now, which is great. I don't know why this is down here. And yeah, towards the end of the year here, you know, I did my last Baldi's Basics stream. I lost the bet. I did a bet after 5 nights of fan games with Ethan and, I think it was Toybon. Andrew wasn't really that involved, but I lost. I couldn't beat FNAF 3 Nightmare Aggressive only, which was a really stupid mistake on my part that led to something fantastic. And I'm really glad I lost that bet because thanks to Ethan, I finally conquered my fear of Five Nights at Freddy's 4, and I now have no time playing it, no stress. It's still a scary game that makes me tense, but it's not unplayable to me. It's not like I'm carrying away. And now, only now, in 2021, have I finally actually completed all the FNAF games. Not 100%, but kind of all the main bits. I've gotten 2 stars of FNAF 4, I've done nights 5 and 6. I've got the same amount of progress here that I now have with, like, all of the other games, and that makes me happy. I've actually gone and done most of what there is to do, and I've actually, like, experienced FNAF 4 for myself. Nothing new technically, because I've seen YouTube videos on it many times, but making this cursed-looking thumbnail, these cursed-looking thumbnails was really fun. And Ethan was really kind. He was really patient and understanding with my own, like, fear and, like, lack of skill with this game. But I learned quickly, and he was motivating, and he basically coached me. He did something he was really insistent that he wanted to do, because he knew I could do it. He knew better than I did from the start years ago that I could do this, and I finally did it. And yeah, it's all thanks to Ethan. And we've done this a few times since then, and I've kind of hit a wall with Night 7. But I think the truth is, I need to sit down and play Night 7 on my own, not in voice chat, and really focus, because the sounds are quieter or something. I really need to just pay attention and just fail and fail and fail and take a few hours of failing and get it right. What's frustrating is that if I grind out Night 7, I'm going to be playing the first 4 hours over and over and over, and it's going to be really slow. Like with King Dice, where I wasn't able to practice the last stage because there was no practice mode that allowed you to start there. I had to get through all this other stuff just to get a chance just to practice, and yeah, that's going to get frustrating, I think, unless I can get through. But I think I should be able to beat Night 7. Nightmare is really the only thing standing in the way. The other things I've definitely got a handle on. And barring, you know, the odd mistake, pressing the wrong button, I've actually got FNAF 4 down. I think the main 6 nights I can get through pretty easily. I could probably do it without dying. I played a Security Breach fan game, 5 nights of fan games. Aquaria was still going, but I was trying to finally cap it off. No, it wasn't. Sorry, that's not Aquaria. It just looks like Aquaria. This is where I finally started playing 1.18, because that had recently released. Yeah, 1.18 came out. I completely skipped that. That was super important. I got my first reactions down in a stream, exploring the new update. It was pretty cool. Not as big as 1.16, but still significant. I did a FNAF fan game kind of review thing, last debate director of the year, all the last streams of the year. And then we got Security Breach. All of this, through all of this, I've been making friends, making new connections. I can't remember when I met most of you, but I think the most important ones stick out. And a lot of you just found me through the streams. I'm really glad you hopped on. But Security Breach was a nightmare. The final predictions was awesome. Ambience didn't show up because he was sleeping, sadly, but I got to do some cool collabs, so people got on. And I talked about a load of really interesting predictions, which, by the way, I'm kind of amazed how many have come true. All of this is confirmed to be true. This is basically confirmed now. This is confirmed. This isn't confirmed, but it doesn't really matter. This, I don't think is quite true. None of this came out the way I thought it was. This didn't, unfortunately, but I think all of this is specific to one secret ending, but like all of this actually came true. And amazingly, my less accurate predictions were the ones that kind of came the closest to being true. I was right about the daycare being early in the game. I was right about Music Man being later in the game. I was right about the golf course and Roxanne Raceway being in the middle, even if it wasn't exact, because you can kind of choose. But, like, the Starbucks having different types, I kind of got. Again, there were multiple endings, so I was right and wrong about all the ending-related stuff. All of this was right and wrong because there were multiple endings. There were unreleased soundtracks that were references to UCN and Sister Location tracks, which is really sad that they weren't included, but they're really good, and I've listened to those, and yeah, that was. It's like Ambient said, I'm amazed at how much actually came true. This was just completely false. They just clearly ditched that plot point, because Gregory's completely alone. He doesn't have any friends who are being held captured. That whole thing from the old tech demo is probably scrapped, like Vanessa being the protagonist. That was true for one ending, you know. Collectibles and Secrets was spot on. The CDs, the prize boxes, I was spot on about that. This didn't actually happen. I'm kind of glad. And yeah, none of this happened. None of this happened. But yeah, luckily I did get in a really good video with Ambience, who did a really good kind of end of the year reflection video. which I highly recommend you watch the retrospective. And he even mentioned me, even though I've only known this guy for like a month less. Also, I made a meme of like the first frame. He said he looks really derpy in one of these frames because he blinks. I'm sorry, ambience, but it looks funny. But, like, there's been a lot of stuff going on in the history of ambience. Like, the ambience, as we know it, only started a year ago. Like, he's just been around a year, and he's already got, like, 7,000 subscribers. I'm really proud of the guy. He's done some really good quality content, and he's created a really good kind of community, and you know, created a lot of memories, and made a lot of friends. And I left a comment, and he's replied! And yeah, he was just been really based, and a really interesting guy, and I definitely want to spend more time with him, because I only met him very recently, and I don't know him very well, but it's all thanks to Ethan that we've met, and, like, I think we could definitely do more collabs, and like his server is just a great place to hang out. It's just awesome. And exactly this, exactly right, exactly right. I gotta thank Ethan for introducing us. I'm sorry, Ethan. Watch this end up being like where Ethan's the best friend, but then me and Ambience become the best friends, and Ethan's like become the third. We're like, what have I done? That won't happen. We're not very close. But yeah, these guys are great, and I look forward to seeing where Ambience goes next year, as well as myself. I think we'll do more cool collabs. I did a stream because Security Breach got delayed, so I was like, I can't go this many days without doing a stream. So after all my predictions, my final predictions, I did like more of this, where I was actually just like playing Help Wanted on stream, which I'd actually done already in a vlog as well, I think, but like just so that there was something. I'm kind of bracing myself for Security Breach with some game by like the same developer and like some lore chat and stuff. And I even did FNAF 4 in this stream. Sandwiching Around even turned up. It was absolutely awesome. It was awesome. And then we played Security Breach, and this stream was awesome. I was really hyped to play the game. I was really excited. I got into it. Leaks were already dropping. I was dodging spoilers. Ambience warned me about a major game-breaking bug, and it just got worse. This was the worst episode, I think, and it just kind of, you know, I rushed through the game. It was alright, but there was a lot I didn't enjoy about it. I didn't really sit back and enjoy the game and take my time. I just rushed through to avoid spoilers, and I realized that there was no saving at the end of the game. The whole structure just wasn't great. So, after a brief and random FNAF AR video to cap that off for the year, among other things, because that's something I'd forgotten about, I did this stream. Possibly one of my most important streams. Definitely the next biggest thing in the FNAF, you know, legacy this year after the Scott being cancelled, basically the Scott controversy. What happened is that I talked about what I call the FNAF problem, the Security Breach problem. And I went through hours and hours of pre-recorded footage, which I'd spent the last few days editing, because I hadn't uploaded, with some like breaks in between. Basically, pre-recording my reactions to Dorko and 8-Bit Ryan's videos so I could just get spoilers out of the way and see everything related to Security Breach with some funny moments. My brother walked in, this always what happens. Just some funny moments, you know, with some very serious discussion so that I could get this out of the way and talk to you guys freely about everything without being spoiled. Sure, I didn't get to experience it myself properly, but those videos were still entertaining to watch. So, I went back to the stream and I had a little chat with you guys explaining the problem with Security Breach and how really this doesn't even come down to a problem with the devs. Yes, I think some of the story decisions were atrocious, and we need to like we need to avoid this becoming like the true canon, because it's such a shit story, that one ending. Like but you know, I don't hate Steelwool, I don't hate Scott. I think they've done a fantastic job. I think Security Breach is incredible in some ways. It's just incredibly flawed, and it's very sad that it's basically just like a C ranking for me right now, because there's so much dragging it up and down. But I have confidence that devs are going to improve it. They've already been working and pushing out patches. I have no reason to doubt them. You know, I love Steele and Scott, and I trust them. I think they are going to try and do right by the community. I just think there's a big story decision that the fandom's taking to be the truth, which is ruining the entire franchise. And I said in the stream, it is up to us, the community. It is the FNAF fandom that is the real problem here, because it's the fandom that has been so toxic on both sides regarding Security Breach and its issues, that has had way too high expectations, that has been blindly attacking it as well as blindly defending it, and not really looking at things objectively and taking, you know, a multifaceted kind of analytical and evaluative approach to, you know, what's happened, and really looked at both sides and try to be balanced in their opinion. And it's up to us to fix the story here. And I think fan perceptions of what isn't kind of FNAF canon, and what isn't like true, and like the story and stuff, is kind of ruining FNAF for me. I can't really enjoy it without people talking about the lore and getting so much stuff just wrong, and kind of interpreting it in a way which is just upsetting for everyone involved. I'm not speaking out of some selfish kind of, you know, need to have FNAF be my way. It's not my story. I don't have to like it. This isn't about me. It's for the fandom. But you cannot deny that from an objective writing point of view, the after ending is garbage. It's garbage, and we cannot have it like this. And I don't mind how we solve it. We can solve it in the most lenient way, you know, as I described in this story, in this like post. And I'm actually really surprised and glad to see that people agree with me. No one is actually defending the after ending. No one is actually saying, no, the lore's great, Matt, you're full of shit. Everyone's actually on board, and people are actually being more cynical than I am, saying FNAF is ruined, it should have ended with FNAF 3. And I'm kind of surprised, but also saddened, because it does kind of lean a little too much that way. And I just... We need to have faith in Steelwall and Scott. We need to criticize where appropriate, and I feel like I've actually, you know, I'm actually with a good part of the FNAF fandom, but this kind of thing is making me really sad because there are some projects, such as an entire YouTube channel that was going to be a surprise. An entire new YouTube channel that was going to be doing, like, weekly FNAF lore videos, basically. Maybe not weekly, but, like, FNAF lore videos and video essays, which I was really excited to do, which I've kind of lost all motivation for. Continuity error was going to be this big thing in 2022, but I don't know if I even want to do any of it anymore, because I don't see the point. If I'm doing these FNAF lore videos, and it's like, I can't even get on eye level with the FNAF theorist community and the FNAF theorists and kind of just have a conversation and just agree on some basic points, there's really no point. There's really no point in even bothering to go through this whole project and all the effort and the time it's going to take, which is a real shame, because I already had a teaser out. I was going to do another teaser, then release a trailer, and then have an introductory video, and then start uploading, and it was going to be like a really exciting new project, but like, right now I don't know what's going to happen with continuity error, and I think at best it's going to be delayed a few months, because I really need to take some time to think about what I want from this, and whether this is really worth doing. I don't know if anyone's really fussed anymore, if maybe I could take this into my own hands and try and, you know, maybe rather than a channel for the theorist community, maybe I should make a FNAF lore channel for everyone except the theorists. Make a channel that introduces people to the FNAF lore for dummies, FNAF lore for people who aren't familiar with it, who want to get introduced to it, and try and actually create something that's kind of helpful to new fans or people who aren't familiar with the FNAF lore, and try and, you know, help people appreciate the story more in a way that's positive and is, you know, inevitably biased towards my own views and opinions, and will inevitably always be coloured towards my kind of leaning, but will be, hopefully in some cases, as objective as possible, and I'll be as completely transparent as I can about that. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that, if maybe I should make a channel, rather than for theorists by theorists, it should be for everyone from a theorist. Just a man's ramblings, and, you know, maybe try and clear the FNAF lore, because the thing is, I want to be very careful that I don't sell my opinion as fact. It's very, very important that I don't do that, and I don't get absolutely, like, you know, flamed by the FNAF theorist community, because I can already see the toxic folks heading over from Reddit to find me and just, you know, ruin this channel's community. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want this to go to waste, but I could just cut my losses here. I really don't know, and that bothers me, which is sad. But yeah, I was so desperate I was driven to play Ultimate Custom Night. It was quite the stream. I haven't played Pizza Sim, and again, these are fantastic games that I will come back to. It's just a matter of time, guys. Looking at it, I've actually done a lot this year. Like, I've done more than I thought I'd be capable of, and that shows to me that actually I can get a lot done. I just need to be really smart in my approach. And next year there's going to be a lot of good stuff. But yeah, Security Breach is finally over, and I just want to distance myself from FNAF for a bit, because I'm really not sure what's going on. So, I did the Christmas special, my longest stream ever, over 6 hours, which is amazing. I played some Minecraft Bed Wars with some dudes, which was really cool. We did Crab Game, Among Us, Fall Guys. What else did we do? We even did, like, I can't remember. We played a whole bunch of games, all kinds of people joining voice chat, you know, to wish each other Christmas and just have a merry old time. It was really good, and, like, I want to do more streams like this. I don't do enough streams like this where I just relax and have a good old time. And I didn't even ping everyone properly on the Hydration Nation, which means that we hit 50 members without me even doing, like, pings during the event. We could easily bump that up to 75, which means I could do this kind of challenge, trying to get everyone on the Discord server online again. And yeah, after that, we just rounded off, you know, the Christmas specials in the last series of the year with DDLC, you know, Secret Lab, this challenge stream, the one you're watching right now. And yeah, that's that pretty much leaves the one other thing I wanted to talk about, the Hydration Nation. This community is the most important thing. I know this isn't strictly Mr. Matt related, but the Hydration Nation is far more than I could ever have envisaged. It's like this incredible kind of, just this incredible, you know, respectful, small, you know, quite mature community. That we rarely ever have any problems here. Moderation is hell in the community build. It's constantly, every day, violation, rule violation, here, there, everywhere. Everyone's stressed out. The moderators are all really, like, you know, upset about it. And I'm not sure what to do, because I'm supposed to be, you know, the face of community build, but, like, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing there, and I'm completely out of my depth, and I'm the least experienced, so I should probably talk to Diamond Chef about that. Hello! One moment, Olivia. But, you know, this channel's come a long way this year. We've played so many games, I've met so many people, made so many memories, and the graphics and everything's changed. I've ironed out my stream schedule, I've ironed out the kind of games I want to do. I even have a yearly schedule now, as well as a weekly and like a daily schedule. I've really got it all worked out this year. I made a lot of progress. Looking at my streams now, compared to a year ago, even the thumbnails and the formatting, like, if we go back a year, and we look at the kind of template of, like, you know, the first episode, not the first episode of Credit, let's go back to, like, the, you know, this, FNAF, you know, stream. I mean, the layout was even slightly different. It was almost there, but it was still slightly different, and, like, you know, that's the share the orange thing. There's so many people who, you know, I've spent time with this year, and I think the important thing to take away from this is not, I've played all these games and I've done all these things, although I have to say, I achieved quite a lot in gaming this year. I beat Cuphead legitimately. I 100%ed Bending the Ink Machine. I'm on my way to 100%ing DDLC. I've 100%ed Five Nights at Candy's 1, 2, and R. I've gone and, what else have I done? I've, like, there was another game I 100%, I think it was Kindergarten, that was off camera. If I go to my Steam profile, you guys can see, I've actually made quite a few gaming achievements here. This year I made a lot of gaming achievements. I 100%ed Henry Stickmin, I think it was actually last year, but I played Five Nights at Freddy's 4 for the first time, and I actually got through that. I got a crown in Fall Guys. I've, you know, unlocked a bunch of Among Us achievements. So much happened this year in terms of gaming, but also the people, the community. This is what I really want to look at. I met so many new people, and so many new people, that's funny, let me get that. The Hydration Nation grew just ridiculously. It was just crazy how much this server grew. If I go back to messages from myself, messages from, hello, from user, it's not working. Go messages from me. Okay, why is this not working? Alright, if I just look for anything from before a year ago, if we go January 28th, this whole server didn't exist until late 2020, I'm pretty sure. If I actually go to the rules, this thing started in December of 2020, so the Hydration Nation is actually just about a year old. My old Discord server was a mess for a multitude of reasons. I was young, naive, I didn't manage it properly, I didn't manage relationships properly, I myself was a flawed person. Lucy was the only person who was really, truly, perfectly balanced in the whole drama that went down, and, you know, it's kind of unfortunate how things went. I don't regret cutting people off because they would have only caused more problems later on, but I sincerely hope they have grown and matured as people since that time, and that they will go on and live fruitful lives, as will I, because I definitely have improved a good bit since then. I've learned a lot from Lucy. But the rules of the server, all of the channels, the roles, they've grown vastly. Everything's really, really vastly kind of, you know, organized and explained now. It's a really big server. This used to be a server with like 3 channels. It was like, there was a channel for notifications for Mr. Matt streams. You had like the welcome channel and the rules, and like that was it. I didn't want this to be a community thing, I just wanted to be purely functional. But the thing is, I've met better people, and we've all grown and learned better from each other in the time that this server's been a thing. And so many people who have done so many different collaborations, you know, the Orkless Chronicles folks with D&D, you know, my brothers even, you know, the official MTF, the first ever partners, you know, Ethan, DJ, Livy, all these people, I couldn't name you all. Lucy, I know this is a bit out of left field, but the community build folks, I probably shouldn't show that channel, but Windbug has been very active here. and a really good moderator. Oh, Olivia, I'll talk to you in a second. Hold on, talk to everyone in chat. But like this is the real gem because, quite frankly, guys, you know, Eric, you know, who else have I not mentioned? Even Mickey's back. Olivia's crawled out of the woodwork. Windbug, SBL, Platty, so many people. Duncan, Left, like dozens of people who have collabed with me and had interesting conversations with me and taught me stuff. Insta, you know, all the people I've not even collaborated with, just vibed with on the server. GGM, all these people from Community Build and Nuba, all of you people. You guys made my year because I don't really have any friends. I was very much a social outcast for a very long time, and I grew accustomed to that. I grew to learn that I was doomed to be, you know, the nerd, the reject, and that the few friends I had weren't really close, and we didn't really have any deep, meaningful bond. Now, that's not to say I have deep and meaningful bonds with hardly anyone still, but that's the way it should be. On a surface level, I have plenty of friends now, because you guys all saw something in me, and you decided to stick around, and I can't fully explain it. But I really appreciate it. People came, people left, people came back. It's incredible to see. It's endearing. It's really meaningful. And I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone. I'm going to do an announcement on this when we're done. But, like, I'm just amazed that so many people are so loyal to me. You know, seeing everybody be this, you know, wholesome and positive and supportive of everything I do, while also bringing their own things to the table. It's just amazing. There's no drama, there's no toxicity, there's no, you know, shit that goes down. The worst thing that's happened on the Hydration Nation in its year of existence so far has been like a couple of spam bots, maybe once or twice. There's hardly any need for moderators, which is why I hardly have any. And although I intended this to be a Mr. Matt Discord server, you know, that supported the multitude of projects, the H2O Productions just kind of come and gone. They weren't really all supposed to be connected together, so stop trying to enforce that. But it's far more than just a Mr. Matt H2O Production server now. It's just the Hydration Nation community. It's its own thing. It's its own original thing that does its own thing. And you know, we've had Easter eggs and ARGs. Nuba, you remember all the bets we made? GGM was like searching as well in the hydration command for the secrets I hidden for teasers for all like kinds of projects, Mr. Matt related and otherwise. You know, I've got all these different ping rolls now for hydrated highlights and Matt's to miss, which Ethan has helped boost. You know, I've boosted what he created. If it weren't for him, they wouldn't exist. You know, Lucy's artwork, DJ's live streams. There's been so much stuff shared here, and I'm so grateful that all of you have engaged with it and actually made this thing, this huge active thing. The Hydration Nation has over 100 members already, and I feel like I'm not in control anymore. My hands are off the steering wheel. I don't need to, like, lawnmower parent this stuff. I don't need to, like, be forceful about what it is and isn't, because everyone is so agreeable, and they're also honest and kind. It's just a really wholesome community. And even those of you who are much less active have really contributed and, you know, helped me both here and in the past years, which I'm not covering this year. What I'm trying to say is I'm really grateful. I hate to pick out people specifically, because I don't want to pick favorites. I hate picking favorites, and I don't want to make people feel like you're less valued. I don't have a list of my favorites, guys. It's no lie that Lucy's like my #1, but like other than that, like, you all really mean things to me. I'll read that in a second. I'll catch up with chat. But, like, I actually did make an announcement recently that went really in-depth about reaching 100 members. And I think it's pretty much the same thing I've got to say now at the end of the year. We reached 100 members. Sure, some of them are bots and dupe accounts, but, like, I made a big announcement about how impressed I was and how amazed I am with what this server's become and how much of a safe space it is and a positive space and something that's just really not bad at all. And I know that's because it's small, and if it were to grow, it would inevitably succumb to some negativity, but the positives will always outweigh it. Lucy is my queen. She was literally voted in by our subjects. We collectively agreed. Ethan just suggested one time. Ethan's like my best man. If when we get married, Ethan's gonna be the best man, alright? He's like, yo, your girl is bussin', alright? What an absolute pog champ. He was like, guys, why don't we give Lucy a moderator's role as well? She can be Miss Hydration / spider enthusiast. And Lucy was like, oh, flustered. Oh, no, you can't possibly. And then in a matter of a minute, about 20 people had just thumbed that up, like voted, yes, give her mod perms. And I was like, you know, this is technically a theocracy, but you guys seem to like me, and I feel like I've been, you know, quite democratic in my approach, so yeah, we just pushed Lucy in, and everyone was really supportive, and it was just wholesome. And we've got all these like custom roles from events and competitions and like leveling up and all these things of one, which is really cool. The people who've boosted the server get special shout-outs. I created the Hall of Fame, which I think was really cool for shout out the the best and brightest members of the community. Lucy's got her own segment because I'm a simp. I created an FAQs channel because it was definitely needed. We have a FNAF news channel now. Community Builder's like fully partnered. And yeah, I shout out a bunch of other people as well. I know Diamond Chef was the man, the myth, the legend who collaborated, and he's been awesome. But I gotta shout out Wimbug. I think Wimbug's a forgotten gem who kind of goes around quietly, but he always says it how it is. He's really honest and, quite creative. He's created some cool stuff like the FNAF games I played and, Toast Bread. And Wimbug is also someone who's actually helped manage the server a lot. He's got a lot of expertise and knowledge in moderation, which I have learned from through experience. But all the people have been active. The MTF fellas, Eric, SBL, Platty, Axist, everyone. I'm really sorry if I didn't mention you. Even people who are less active but have been good friends to me this year. Elite Robo, I know we haven't talked much late, buddy, but I will never forget everything you did for me. All this graphic design, the Magenta mod, but not just content. You were someone I could just talk to and feel chill and relax. There was never a pressure to talk with you and check in with you. We could just like kind of vibe at our own time, and we should probably talk more. You're probably not even watching this, but Elite Robo, good man. And sandwiching around as well. You're one of my closest friends. There's no doubt about that, even though we don't talk as often as I'd like because we're both just introverts. But it's been a real pleasure spending more time with you this year. Personally, and actually seeing you on the Hydration Nation and live chat every now and then. It's been really cool. And this is where I originally announced the event to get everyone online. And it's just been awesome. It's been really cool. So thank you all. And I'm just going to read your messages for a little bit now because we're basically all caught up. And I can't believe the stream's not even been 2 hours yet. I thought this would be like 3 or 4, but we're only 2 hours in. I've been nice and efficient with this. But yeah. Dartlink, you're entitled to your opinion. Be offensive if you want. Well, don't be rude. But, like, be considerate. I think the right to offend is a bit dumb. I don't think people should have to tread carefully to avoid offending people. I think we should be honest. And I think just because something's critical doesn't mean it should be hateful. It should be, you gotta find that balance. It's perfectly alright if you hate something, but please, provide valid reasons and don't go out of your way to be rude, But yeah, reading chat, just catching up with everything. Greedy thing. At least there's a game-breaking bug in Security Reach that allows you to save post 6 AM because the game's so broken. But we can talk about your bet if you want. We won some, we lost some, but I think we all had a good time at the end of the day. Chase animatronics is something I'm really invested in now, thanks to you. I really appreciate it. Now, first of all, friendly fandom dealer, Olivia, I've literally not talked to you in like over a year. Hi. Thanks for tuning back in. Don't you dare feel bad, alright? Listen up, buddy. I'm just the same boat. I know why we don't talk anymore. It's the same with sandwiching around and Elite Robo. Like, we're all introverts, we're all busy, and we don't have much reason, and we don't know, like, none of us like small talk. And I like that. I don't like artificial conversation, small talk just made for its own sake. I don't like just messaging someone for the sake of talking to them. Unless it's Lucy, because every day it's like, I love you. Just, gib. But, like, that is a reason. And yeah, when December pieces out or something, I don't know, I'm incredibly late for the stream. That's a good shout. Does Spider-Man point at you? But no, it's really nice to see you here, Olivia. I know you're a close friend of Lucy's, and I really appreciate you actually joining, because that is a really unexpected thing, which I didn't expect. You're awesome, by the way. Don't mention how awesome you are. I haven't forgotten all the good times we had in the, the previous years. The collabs we did, the debate discussions we had, the memes we had, the inside jokes, the Minecraft stuff. It was good. The thing is, Lucy's got an interesting shout here. Just going back on chat, because I'm catching up. Continuity error, guys. Lucy is suggesting that I could always make a general theory channel that's more than just FNAF. And there's a certain type of video I watch, which is really hard to make, and I wouldn't be able to upload that frequently. But I have been thinking about doing non-FNAF content in the kind of video essay style, which I think would be really cool. It would not fit on Mr. Matt. I couldn't do it here, because it'd be heavily edited stuff. But if I could make the time, I would love to actually have continuity error be more than just FNAF. Because if you look closely, there's nothing that's specifically branding it as FNAF. The logo and the title and everything has some references to FNAF, but it could be anything. Looking at it, there's nothing that screams FNAF. It's only until you look at this thumbnail or you read the description that you realize, oh, it's Five Nights at Freddy's. This could be anything. But I think Lucy's got a point here. I would love to actually make this maybe I could remodel this into something better than its original intention. The thing is, guys, God works in mysterious ways. Maybe the negative experiences, Scott getting cancelled, Security Breach having a flop on release, the toxicity of the FNAF anime, all that negativity can be turned around for benefit. Because quite frankly, I wouldn't take any of it back. I'm glad Scott actually made that post on Reddit. I'm glad that we went through all that strife and struggle. I'm really glad that Security Breach was kind of bad on release. Because here's the thing, it exposed the weaknesses and flaws of us. And it also made me realise, in all kinds of ways, not just on the big scale that I've already talked about the FNAF community or whatever, or Steel Wall, but on the micro scale, failures can be lessons, even if they repeat. And I'm 20 years old now. I have learned some hard lessons. And I think continuity error kind of getting screwed up is actually going to lead to it being delayed and melded into something better down the line. I'm going to say one thing right now. There is one other game I've got my eyes on in terms of doing theories and video essays on. Because there is a lot to talk about here. You. This game has changed me. The original DDLC, and I'll talk about this more when I make the video, but I want to do some kind of video essay or essays on this, because the original DDLC was like a gimmick. It was a clever little meta horror game. But the side stories have turned it into something far more than a parody. Something that I struggle to describe. And, like, I am unironically in love with this game and these characters. Yes, I'm a simp. But, I don't know anything about the DDLC community, if it even still exists. I've never checked in with them, really. It's been 4 years and I haven't seen anything. I haven't really met any fans of this game. But DDLC Plus has really, you know, given me some food for thought and taught me a lot to think about. And although from here on out we're only going back over the old content and going to the lore, those side stories were the peak of this game. The writing alone is incredible, and from that point of view, it's really not a game so much as a book. It's a book game. And there's definitely some stuff I could talk about. You know, if I'd done this a few years ago, I might have done Bendy and Eat Machine Theories, but I think Bendy's kind of dead, so I wouldn't expect anything. Maybe I could do some Henry Stickmin lore. I think there's some stuff there that's been uncovered yet. I don't know. Or perhaps even some Star Wars content, but I think Lucy might have a point. Never give up hope, guys, because I think we can salvage this. I think we can make this into something. And that's what I want to say about continuity error. But back to chat. I agree. The Hydration Aid community has been incredibly chill, and I've said it before on the server, but I'm super grateful for you all making it such a respectful space, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Exactly. I haven't forgotten what happened years ago, guys. You remember the Mind Streamers? Don't worry if you don't. Don't dig it up, because it's not necessary. But that place was a mess. It was stressful to go into there. There were some very, bold personalities that I didn't keep in check at the time. And what happened was inevitable. I don't think I could have handled the situation any better, even though Lucy was really the one who fixed that, not me. But yeah. Hydration Nation was created in September. That's soon. But yeah, I'm just glad that we got a better Discord server going on. Second time lucky, I guess. 2 Livias in chat. That's why we call you Livy. And yeah, I'll never not be flattered that you hold me in such high esteem. But that's the thing, Lucy. It's not just me. Everyone loves you and appreciates you because you are fantastic. You're not a perfect human being, but, you know, you don't need to know you in depth to see how wise and kind you are. You are leagues above the rest of us. You are like a Da Vinci or an Einstein. You know, you're one of a kind. And I'm just... I'm gonna cry, man. I'm just so glad I met you. I mean, all of you as well. Sorry, I can't do this again. I've cried so much lately, it's ridiculous. I cried on the Security Breach re-recorded segment. I cried on the live stream. I almost cried when I played the games. It was trash. I'm kidding, but God. I'm glad they are the wholesome moments. I agree too. I didn't really have any friends either till I met you. But this is the sad thing, guys. I'm a bit of an outcast in real life, and being locked at home, not able to go out, and I got COVID without even leaving the house that much. It's not like I can make work friends. All the I've made like 20 or 30 job applications this year, and every single one of them turned me down. It was basic minimum wage stuff that I should be overqualified for, and I didn't get anything. I'm going back to my degree in September anyways, but hopefully I'll find some kind of remote online work before then. Which is why I have a Fiverr. If you guys didn't know, I have a Fiverr. Shameless self-promotion. If you guys are interested in my services, you don't have to. Only if you actually need them, but I got a thing here. It's so inactive. We can work something out private. If you want video thumbnails or video editing, I could do that for you for a price. Excuse me. Ugh. But the I was just thinking the you know, God, what am I saying? Yeah, no, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, there's a lot going on in my personal life as well, which I need to work out. But I'm gonna hibernate January. I'm not gonna do anything. We're gonna move on. We're gonna step it up. I've learned a lot this year. 2021 was a really, really big year for me learning stuff, I think. In a lot of ways, a lot of things. Just say, don't tell the other viewers, but you're my favorite, and never clarify who it was aimed at. Hey, Olivia. Don't tell the others, but you're my favorite. I wasn't talking to Olivia. Or was I? Specifically Livy, maybe? Or Olivia? You'll never know. I should do that. That's a great suggestion. You're such a troll. Thank you. I really was so flustered, man. Y'all are too sweet. You're too sweet. You're like a big old candy cane covered in chocolate and like cake icing and frost, dipped in a vat of syrup. You're just too sweet, Lucy. You're gonna turn my teeth yellow. You're just so sweet. Hello, Eddie, dude. Thanks for joining. Like you is an understatement. Thank you too, Matt. You're a great streamer. Like I said, you're the streamer I've watching actively watching streams, and that tells you that I'm doing something right. If you watch me and you don't normally watch streamers, because I don't normally watch streamers, I tune in and out. But I just really appreciate all the good times we've had and all the memories we've made. I mean, you guys are awesome. Oh, Planty got a bit scared. Sorry, buddy. I seriously can't thank you enough. I really love your content. You're a cool guy. I enjoy your content not only because of its game, but because of you. And that's what I hope for. You come here for the game. You find a game you like. You meet this guy streaming it. But you stay because you like me. And I'm hoping that's what's happened. Nick, I know you're watching. Brain dead. I don't know if he's actually here. He might be, he's kind of AFK because, a family member passed away. So he's kind of been inactive lately. Don't blame the guy. It's a, you know, tough thing. And he needs to go process that, you know, appropriately. Oh, he did upload, actually. But, Nick, brain dead. I actually found this guy trying to find a good thumbnail for Sister Location, trying to work out what hadn't been done yet. And I just stumbled across a live streamer who is actually similar to me in some ways and does some really cool content, FNAF and otherwise. And I want to watch some of these recaps, honestly. I should do that. Because I've only really been watching his streams. But, like, something I wish I did more was actually browse video game stream tags. Because I might actually make new friends that way by finding like-minded people. And that's how this has happened. You have all come to me. Maybe it's time I started coming to someone else. That sounds a bit weird out of context. You guys want to come? Shall I come into you, or do you want to come into me? Come to me. But, jokes aside, I don't know, it's just like... I'm just amazed at how much has happened, and so many 1 in a million things have happened to lead to this timeline. This whole timeline is like a 1 in a quadrillion chance sequence of events. So many things and so many people wouldn't have happened and wouldn't have met if it weren't for just a few random choices we all made. And all of it because of Scott. All of it because of Five Nights at Freddy's. Although I'm glad you guys stuck around for a multitude of other games we've been playing. You could be the next generation, Matt Pat. I'm gonna be honest. Long term, I had my fingers crossed that maybe because I did FNAF Theory, it would blow up and I might be a next gen Matt Pat. But not a next gen Matt Pat, but just a FNAF theorist that people could go to other than Matt Pat. Because he's like the only one, sadly. No one else gets any attention. Alright, Lucy, you get your dinner. Awoo! Awoo. Thank you for being entertaining. Thank you for being entertained. I am glad that I am doing a good enough job here. And I'm only improving. My streams from years ago are crap, but I'm getting better. These ones are going to be crap in a year. I hate to break it to you, Matt, but you're making this speech to no one because Lucy is eating right now. It's fine. Someone can come back and tell her. You guys will know. It's fine. I'll let her know later. It's fine. God damn it. But she already knows, and I will tell her personally. I'll just slam to her. Appreciate you. You're good, alright? We love you. Take that. Oh, man. Like that Jesus meme. I knew you would come, but you... I mean, I knew you would come. I didn't think you would come, but I knew. I hoped that you've come, but you've come. I have come. Matthew Afton. Well, that's the thing. I've changed my name to Afton, guys. It's like a second name to hide my real name, just in case, because... my real name, I don't really... It feels weird having that in the online space. Not that I'm trying to hide my real self or anything, but, like, I don't like having my full name in an unprofessional space, because that's kind of reserved for, like, work and uni. So, like, why not make it a cool reference? And actually, I might unironically change my name to Matthew after when I'm older. I think it would be a much better name. But I'll probably still use, like, both that and the old one, because legally, like, my name is Gibbons. And you know, changing credit cards and stuff is a bit of a hassle, but that's not something I'm going to worry about anytime soon. Just call me Matthew after if you have to have a last name. I've got 2 names. Imagine getting a job and being called Mr. Out. Imagine I'm in the interview. What's the line? It's like, with all due respect, those were not the design choices we were curious about, Mr. Afton. What's up, guys? Mr. Matt here. Listen, my live stream design is absolutely immaculate. Basically, I got these, big titty goth girlfriend animatronic robots. The FNAF fandom's gonna love them. All the furry bait is there. Can we talk about Roxanne Wolf for a minute? Because I'm not even capping right now. I'm not into that, but I ironically try to find some FNAF Rule 34 for the shitpost status thumbnail, right? And all over Reddit, it's like everyone is simping for this wolf. I'm like, bro, Freddy's right there. Chica's right. Even I wouldn't simp for Monty, but like, god damn, people simp for Roxanne. There's so many memes. I'm probably not gonna find any of them immediately, but like, the meme, it's just insane. It's insane. She's so popular. To be fair, Roxanne's actually pretty well written in the context of Security Beach. Oh my god. Why did you make them thick? Oh my god, of course they did. Okay, that's pretty funny actually. I like that. Oh wow, look at this. But seriously, like, everyone's been simping for her. Like, goddamn. Does the wolf head not weird you out? I mean, who's turned on by this anyway? What's with, like, the 6... I mean, to be fair, muscles are cool, I guess. I don't know. Everyone has different, like, ideas of what they're attracted to, so I can't judge, honestly. I can't even say I'm that cool. What the fuck? What the... Okay, I thought we were already in cursed territory, but this is a whole new level. I'm gonna pin that for later. No good reason. Right, I got tissues here. Where's the lotion? Fucking, what? That's so cursed. Mini-rena, Glamrock Mini-rena, that looks cursed, man. But yeah, Roxy makes Toy Chica look unpopular. This is what I was saying earlier. I was like, Chica, like, bro, are we gonna forget about, like, the bitches of FNAF? Foxy, Toy Chica, Mangle, who in the early days got, like, Rule 34, like, before, like, Sister Located. We're not going to talk. Let's talk about something else. I've already talked. This is stupid. But, like, yeah, send Mr. Afton to Chuck E. Cheese. Imagine going to a real-life Freddy's, guys. Chuck E. Cheese is the closest thing. That'd be pretty cool. But, yeah, that abomination, I don't know, and I don't want to know. Go to the FNAF Reddit. But, again, I feel like Continuity Era could be something more than FNAF. I think something I need to strive for in the next 3 years is becoming more than Five Nights at Freddy's. FNAF will always be the rock-solid foundation of everything, and I'm okay with that because I love FNAF, and no matter what happens, it is and was fan-bloody-tastic. FNAF is amazing. FNAF is, like, what still, despite being objectively worse than almost everything I'm into, it's still basically my favorite fandom after, like, Minecraft, you know. It's, like, one of my top 2 games. Despite the fact that it's so much more flawed than, like, every other thing that I can think of. And I think, like, the thing that speaks volumes about how strong FNAF really is as a franchise, as an idea, as a game, as everything. FNAF is not going to go away anytime soon, and I think 2022 and 2023, because in-universe, have to be big years for FNAF. And in 3 years, FNAF's going to be 10 years old. FNAF's going to be in double digits. I actually still have a plan, which I'm hoping to stick to, of anniversary specials for every year up to the 10-year anniversary of FNAF. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but, like, nothing's set in stone, but, like, I want to do something big for the 10-year anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's. I want to do something big. There's so much more Five Nights at Freddy's content planned for Mr. Matt. So I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's everything I wanted to say. We spent some time looking back on Mr. Matt, thinking about all the games that we played, all the things I'd accomplished, all the memories we've made, all of the different streams. I made a whole bunch of new playlists and stuff as well. Like, so many of these yearly retrospectives, Christmas specials. Oh, and this was the year that we reached 500 subscribers and unlocked the community tab. I got to 750 as well. We got a lot of subscribers in the last few days. Having the community tab has been really helpful. Like, it's replaced the Mr. Matt Reddit, which was kind of just a stand-in. I need to go back and kind of sort that out. But yeah, the community tab's been really cool. I need to do like more polls and stuff here. This hasn't really changed much, but I'm still collaborating with a lot of the same people. You should check them all out, guys. They're talented. That might need updating, but yeah. There's some things which need tweaking. I'm going to update the banner. I'm going to change the profile picture as I do every year. There'll be a little competition for that. And, you know, There'll be new posts, but you know, looking back on all of that, and as well as all of the fantastic memories of the Hydration Nation, and you know, the kind of community and everything that Hydration Nation's grown into, because Hydration Nation's more than Mr. Matt. It started off from this channel, but it's something more. It's you, it's the people. Matt, I have a question that I think you might have to think about. Who out of the moderator trio do you trust the most out of any of us? I'll answer this question, but I'll do it off stream. You have to look in to find out. I need to think about this answer. I'm not sure what to put with this answer. What's chat saying? What's chat saying? Blasphemous HD to Toy Chica. She's a bad bitch, though. I would fuck the shit out of that robot, yo. Again, who says that? I mean, Toy Chica? Really? Does the face not bother you? That face is ugly as hell. I'll tell you what. Who's like the sexiest FNAF character? This is like a tier list I gotta do. Rank the FNAF characters by how fuckable they are. Except, instead of being a simp, I just try and do it in a really scientific and analytical way. That'll be really funny. That's a funny stream. I gotta do that. I think we're at the point where I'm far enough into my manhood to just accept that I can do this. And even if people think I'm being unironic and there's an element of unironic, like, in it, I'll be fine. I have a girlfriend. I've basically got a pass card for, like, being grossly horny. I used to be, you know. When I first met Lucy, I was all over the place. I was like, oh my god, my heart, my penis. Please. But, yeah, it's cringe. Yeah, the thing is, like, Roxy, Toy Chica, they're the most popular. They're overrated. They would probably be at the top. Because furry bait, ladies and gentlemen. People want some of that wolf pussy, you know what I'm saying? That she doesn't have them. They're robots. They don't have any of that. They don't have genitals. They don't have, you know, any kind of organs. Which is why I think the suggestive stuff that isn't actually like, well, I haven't seen anything, but I hope they don't exist, like actual, is kind of, I don't know which is weirder. I don't remember what I was going to say, but yeah. It's kind of gross, but, you know, I can't hate on it because it's not technically doing anyone any harm, unless it's like child porn or something. I don't want to go into that. Alright, Bobby, I'll see you around, dude. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, see you around. Again, I met so many new people this year. I've been playing Bobby's games for months and he actually noticed me, which is incredible. But I've talked plenty about the past, guys. I've talked about the present. Oops. That's a joke answer, guys. This is a joke answer. I wasn't actually going to type it. I haven't decided what I'm going to type here yet. Let me think about this. I'm just typing this real quick. Because, yeah, we talked all about the past. I want to talk about the present and the future. Yeah. I'm working out an answer. The thing is, Ethan, I'll answer this in the Discord. I've got my answer, I think. I'm just typing this out, guys. I'm just sorry, guys. I have to type this. I'm on Hydration Nation right now. Ethan probably like, pardon? Oh yeah, Ethan, I actually trust you the least. You're like the worst one. I'm gonna ping you guys as well so you see this. But there's my answer. I'm not gonna be active on the Hydration Nation immediately because I'm kind of busy streaming right now, in case you haven't noticed. Sorry, Platty, I know you've DM'd me. I will respond to those, but yeah. I'm gonna end the stream soon, guys. We've been going for about, again, it's only been like 2 hours. I thought this would be much longer. I was looking at the yearly retrospectives, and I realized that like the years running, they've gotten longer and longer. 2019's was only an hour and a half, but 2020's was 2 1/4, which we're reaching now. I thought this would be like 4 hours, but actually, I could have finished this one already. I think I'm gonna settle for a nice 2.5 hours for this. We spent a long time thinking about the past, looking at everything we've said and done, you know. There's more going on in my personal life, which I'm just gonna take a moment to think about. Because I was studying at uni this year, but I've deferred. And I'm going to come back to that in September, so I'm kind of out of that for now. And I've had no success applying to jobs, but my family's, you know, held it together, which is pretty nice. And, you know, I've tied up my room and stuff, and, you know, I've learned a lot. I've been reading some good books, and, yeah. My social life is all here now, but I'm not complaining, because this is exactly how I want it to be. If I really didn't like it, I would be trying hard to get out into the real world. I'll tell you this, though. Looking at the present right now, what's happening next with Mr. Matt? What about the future? We're at a very interesting turning point right now, and I have a lot of plans, which I'm going to list off now, which may or may not be confirmed in future. I'm thinking, when I get back from my hiatus, which, by the way, is going to start, you know, in the new year, I'm going to change, like, the banner and profile picture and stuff to be grayed out. January will have no streams from Mr. Matt, but that won't mean that it'll be completely inactive, or that there'll be nothing to keep an eye out for. If you subscribe to Matt's to Mr. or Hydrated Highlights, Ethan might upload something without me even knowing about it, so check those out. There might be something going on over there. The Hydration Nation never sleeps. There's always someone online here, so there'll be things going on here regardless, even if we're just kind of chatting and having fun. No big events or anything. You know, oops, didn't mean to show that. But, like, there's always going to be something popping off on there. And, you know, who knows? If I've got enough time, I might actually start preparing stuff early. I might start preparing stuff for Continuity Era or Hydrated Games before they start. And as for Mr. Matt, well, when we do come back, there's going to be a lot going on. New profile picture we decided in a poll in a survey response stream. That'll be a little competition. I'll have a new banner, which will probably follow the same segment format. This has worked for quite a while, and I'm going to keep it that way, at least for a while. You know, I'm going to be doing a tryout month where I basically just stream a whole bunch of random things in February before people settle on kind of what is the most popular and what we should do for the rest of the year. So I'll try and do lots of one-offs and random streams in February before we really dig into the series in March, and we'll just have a good old time. I might make some community posts in the meantime. I might go around editing my playlists. I might go around changing the channels which are shouted out. I might go around and, you know, add to the layout that's currently on here. There's a whole bunch of things that may or may not happen, you know, during January, so I'm not really going to go anywhere. You know where to find me as well. You can contact me on Instagram, for God's sake. I mean, it's all here. Even if this is a bit out of date, you know, it's all here. But yeah, as it is, I will obviously be going hiatus, no mainline streams until February, hopefully, with maybe an exception or two. That tends to happen towards the end of the month, since like 4 weeks is actually quite a while. We'd have the Glam Rocks actually have personalities, yeah. Am I exposed? Yeah, yeah. But yeah, really think about the future, guys. I mean, you know, I think I already know kind of what I want to do. 5 nights of fan games with Pop Goes, finally. You know, more Minecraft challenge streams where I get better at playing Minecraft and, you know, experiment with world generation is something I want to really get into. And of course, Debate Direct. Those 3 are going to be the main trilogy on the weekends. And I'm going to, you know, get some work done with all of that, and hopefully, you know, get lots of new topics on Debate Direct. I still have a list of tons of things we could talk about, which will eventually happen sooner or later. There's going to be so much going with that. You know, Sister Location, FNAF World, and Pizza Sim Revisited are all loose ends right now. Day Shift at Freddy's 3 is something that is technically not finished. You know, there's like a whole bunch of different My goodness. Like, Republic Commando is something we're going to finish off. SCP Secret Laboratory and Fall Guys are going to be returning in the background every now and then, as is Fall Guys. Doki Doki Literature Club is something that's going to be finished off. There's all these different games. Among Us will eventually come back around. I want to start doing proper charity streams with Tiltify as well. Maybe like monthly or bi-monthly, like every couple months. Do a big old charity stream, 6 hours event, party game, invoice chat like we did for Christmas. Maybe I could do one for Easter. Maybe I could do one for Valentine's. Maybe I could do one for Halloween. Maybe I could do one for my birthday. That kind of spaces them out over the year quite nicely. You know, you got April, August, you know, February, October. I don't even know, to be honest. This is all speculative. You know, there's a bunch of other non-Mr. Map projects I want to get on with, and it's a lot, but there is also a lot of time. There's stuff outside of Mr. Map I want to get on with as well, which doesn't concern you guys, but you know, I really need to find a job. I think my New Year's resolution, if I have one, is to get a stable source of income, and that will probably be through remote work, because I literally have COVID, and I barely left the house. I just can't. If I do actually successfully get a minimum wage job out there, it won't be worth the money. It just won't. I'll get ill. I'll get COVID again. And I think it might actually be smart to just stick to my strengths and get some remote work, because I have a whole setup here. I'm living quite stably, you know. My parents have got me. I'm trying to contribute my part, help around the house. I think I'm doing alright. Again, I'm going to be spending a lot more time self-reflecting in January and tidy up my room and stuff, and I'll probably do more of this in another vlog. But yeah, there's a lot. There's so much. I'm just going to stick to what's relevant to you guys, but a lot of this is connected to my personal development, and we're dropping more stream frames. Great. I think it's time to finish the stream, guys. I think I've run out of things to say. This shouldn't be too long. Honestly, if I can make these shorter and actually concise them, that would be good. And I think I might actually segment up the stream, if I can. So I'll tell you what. Summary time. Guys, where do I start? Thank you. I have achieved so much in gaming this year. I've done speedruns, 100%ed, and just new challenges in a bunch of games. Five Nights at Freddy's, Cuphead, Henry Stickmin, Bending the Machine otherwise. I've done tons of stuff, and it's been really exciting to see. I have made plenty of new friends. I've formed some pretty deep bonds and connections and relationships, and I've met some new people and introduced some new communities. The Fazbed Tycoon Facer community, the Ambience community, the FNAF community. For all of its flaws, it's got some highlights, and the Hydration Nation has grown into this incredible beast that is more than I could have possibly imagined. And I think it's time I made a big announcement, which I will be happening in January. Again, you won't miss it if you're on the Hydration Nation. I will ping everyone. Stay tuned. I think there's some big decisions I need to make regarding that, and I'm just really grateful. I'm really thankful for all of you. I can name names. Ethan has obviously been super active and really helpful in a number of ways. Lucy, you know, is my rock, but you're all brilliant, and I think it's also worth mentioning that there's a bunch of other projects and things going on in my personal life which you don't need to know about, work-related mostly, that are progressing in different ways. And really, at the end of the day, I learned so much this year. I learned how to be a better person. I learned about relationships and treating people, and really how to navigate social situations. That's the real challenge of life. The real big question now is what I want out of life, and I don't really know what I want to do with the rest of my existence, however many decades I've got left. That's really the big question mark. I don't know, honestly, but I've got all the means to kind of, you know, manage everything else and kind of get on top of all the things, all the stimuli to respond to, so I think I'll work it out eventually. I'll get there. It's all a work in progress. It always is. But, like, I've gotten really good at streaming this year. I've learned how to endure longer streams. I've learned how to manage, you know, time manage things. I've covered so many cool games, so much cool content. I'm just really happy that this year went as well as it went, despite COVID, despite FNAF having not one but two major controversies and a, you know, half death for the first time in 7 years. You know, and I'm just glad that despite all of the COVID, you know, shittiness and all the awful things that happened, there were, you know, rays of light that shone through consistently and powerfully, you know, through this whole year. Things could have been a lot worse. As it is, I literally have coronavirus. I am infected with the COVID, well, technically a new strain, and I don't even feel that bad. I don't feel that bad, but yeah, the year will be ending in 5 hours for me, so I'm gonna go. I'll see you around, Olivia, alright? It was nice for you to check in, alright? Dude, I'll message you, right? There's no obligation to be active, but it's a pleasure to see you around. And yeah, I'm gonna go. I freaking love you all. You're all amazing individuals in your own way. That being said, keep sparkling like stars in the galaxy. Hell yeah. We are like a constellation, aren't we, Livy? We're a constellation of stars in the galaxy. You guys go do something for the end of the year, whatever time you're in, however long you've got left. Go Go do something enjoyable, nostalgic, have fun, be with your family, do something fun, cozy, relaxing. I am signing off. In case we don't talk again this year, I love you all, and I'll see you again. And it's just the new year. This happens all the time. There's nothing really special to say. Just, I'll see you in 2022, and it'll be a good one. Alright? Alright. Guys, that is all. Support the future. Better yourself. Get yourself a good New Year's resolution. Feel free to tell me about it. Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year, okay? We need to do what Patricos is doing and go beyond, alright? And that's not just for, you know, you guys. That's my YouTube channel. I'm signing off now. I'll be back later. There's a whole lot of things here to think about, to talk about. But I think I've summed up everything I want to. I know this is a bit of a ramble, but you know, I think there's something to be taken out of this. I think what I'll do, I might type up a community post summing this up, so there's somewhere where you can just read it concisely. All right. All right. As always. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share this with your friends, share the links in the description below. I have social media pages for notifications and extra content, as well as links to the music and the games I've played, whatever else might be down there. My collaborators, today's charity shouts out. But most of all, most importantly, always stay hydrated. Let's make 2022 something good, yeah? To the future! This is cheesy. Let's go. Just go. Go away.